Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now would you please remain standing as we honor America and show respect and pride in the country that protects our freedom and our honor. We now ask that you join the Boston College Chorale in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A city touched very deeply by the tragedy. Right now, let's go to New York. John Saunders and Terry Bowden. It was the Friday after Thanksgiving, and Doug Flutie authored one of the most memorable plays in college football history. On the final play, he found Gerard Phelan in the end zone and beat Miami in the Orange Bowl. BC hasn't beaten Miami since. And today, Miami comes to Boston College unbeaten. Ken Dorsey has thrown more touchdown passes than any of the Miami greats. The Canes are California dreaming. And here come the Eagles with 9 straight home victories under their belt. But BC is a 3-touchdown underdog today against unbeaten and top-ranked Miami. Welcome back, everybody. With Gary Danielson, I'm Brent Musburger. Gary, we heard Terry and John talking about William Green being suspended. That's 145 yards a game. How does BC replace him?
Brent, this is a devastating loss. I mean, system bistum. I don't know about this system thing. This guy's a great runner. In Boston College, they just can't go away and not run the ball, but they're going to have to come up with something different to beat Boston College. Brian St. Pierre is going to have to shoulder the burden of this football game. Play action passes, he's going to have to find a way to move the ball against a great defense.
Now, how good is this Miami team?
I think there's 5, 6, or 7 teams that are the best teams in the country, clearly, but no one's more balanced than this Miami team, Brent. They run the ball, they throw the ball, and they have a very, very fast defense. Right now, I think they're best, and by the way, playoffs start today.
All right, and Larry Coker, pretty easy job. He's still unbeaten as head coach at Miami. Tom O'Brien made the hard call for this one. Green suspended.
With the thermometer inching just into the 50 mark, it's not as cold as the BC faithful had hoped would greet the Miami Hurricanes, but there is one factor, Brent, that could come into play: the wind. Don't be deceived by the flags on top of Alumni Stadium. They blow one way and with a certain velocity. But down here on the stadium floor, it's dramatically different because both end zones are closed. It swirls around and around. Both coaches say they can't even gauge the wind from the top of the goalpost. They both feel it could come into play in the kicking game.
All right, Jack, BC winning the toss and deferring, as most teams do. So Scortino puts the ball on the tee to kick it off, and we'll see 2 dangerous deep men for the Hurricanes. Andre Johnson's 5, and Frank Gore is 32. Johnson was on your left, standing on about the 5-yard line. Good kickoff with that breeze at his back that Jack told you about. Coming out on the 20 with Kenny Dorsey, and we asked him about the opening series against BC.
I think the biggest key in the first series is come out, get some points on the board, be able to move the ball effectively, and hopefully try to take the crowd out of the game early. That's going to be a big factor for us to win the game, is getting the crowd out of the game.
And the crowd still filing in here with an early start in Boston. We do see some empty seats, and that'll change, of course, within the next 30 to 45 minutes. Dorsey brings the Canes up in the basic I formation against a 4-3 defense of BC. Only 4 men rush, and Dorsey's wobbler is caught by Kevin Beard, and that's a first down at the 34-yard line. Now let's take a look at our Midas starting lineups for the Canes. And, of course, skilled players galore. Jeremy Shockey, certainly the premier tight end right now in the country. And Ed Wilkins draws a start at left guard. Number 72, Sherko, was injured in practice, pass blocking during the week. That's the first real bad break for the Canes this year. Here's the draw play. Portis pounds away at that defensive front for about 4 yards. And here is this BC defense, and this could be one of the strengths. Douglas Goodwin, the coaches paid him the ultimate compliment, folks. They said he could start for Miami. When they say that about a player, he's good. Now here's the linebackers, and they're going to be challenged all day. Tight end, receivers underneath, running backs, fullbacks. And speaking of being tested, how about this defensive backfield? Second down now for Kenny Dorsey, the junior. There's that delay again, and Portis breaks free for another first down across midfield. Trevor White, the corner, makes the stop. And number 28, the junior from Gainesville, approaching 700 yards on the season, picks up 12 more, and now they'll have a substitution package come on the field for the Canes, and they can open it up here on the other side of the 50.
So many weapons, so much balance, and a quarterback that knows exactly what he's doing with those weapons. Tough combination.
And the elusive, quick freshman Gore, 32, as Dorsey wings it, and there's the tight end, and there's 11 more yards. There's Jeremy Shockey, the junior from Ada, Oklahoma, his 29th catch of the season. He leads Miami.
Look at the tight end right here. He'll come up off the linebacker and break out. The quarterback has an easy pitch and catch. Chudzinski, the offensive coordinator for Miami, is establishing the weapons. That's what you have to do. You've got bookend tackles. A lot of NFL teams, Brent, would like those tackles, especially that left one, Brian McKinney. But establish your weapons, force the defense to cover all 5 eligible players.
Now another package puts Davenport back at the tailback spot. Man, Miami's loaded offensively. Here he comes, and he could not get the corner. Picked up about a yard. Nice play by White, the junior from Syracuse, came off that corner hard.
Trevor White, the smallest of the corners, just 5'8". And you see a little bit of the game plan right there. Run a big back at a smallish corner and force Boston College to come up and make those tackles. White and Peter Sheen will both play that boundary corner.
I'm just waiting for Gore to handle the ball. The freshman sensation from Coral Gables back in at tailback. They move Davenport to full, and Dorsey changes it up. Short drop deflected beautifully by number 54, Scott Bradley.
Talk so much about Dorsey. What are his strengths? Let's take a little scouting report on this guy. Ken Dorsey, heady, knows what to do. He exploits the weakness of the defense. An intense competitor, sound in his mechanics, very mature, anticipates the throws, and the next Heisman winner.
Not so fast, my friend.
Well, this year or next year, one of the two.
That's right. Eric Couch is still in the running, and so is Rex Grossman. 3rd down and 9 from the gun. Time, drilled it perfectly to Andre Johnson. His first catch of the game. He was wide open. First down for the Canes, and do they ever look efficient? 17 more yards.
Time, that's the key. They're going to cross here, but the receiver to the top of the screen comes behind. Watch that offensive line in the middle make the play. Bring one guy underneath. The crossing route, the dig route, that hole in the middle of the field. If you have the bravery and the intensity to throw the ball in the middle, you can pick it up.
Into the red zone, Miami. And they will run the tailback from that spot with Douglas Goodwin. We told you about him, jumping the freshman Gore. His first carry of the game. Portis had 2 carries for 16 yards, so they shut Gore down.
One of the really intriguing matchups when you play Miami is because Shockey, their tight end, is so elusive as a receiver, it allows Miami to stay in their base formation. That means a tight end, 2 wide receivers, and 2 running backs. 65% of the game, Miami has a tight end and 2 running backs in the football game. Run or pass.
Sands the slot man to the left. Dorsey's going to come back in that direction. Deflected, intercepted at the 4-yard line on the deflection. Dorsey is intercepted for only the 5th time this season by Doug Bissett, the junior safety from Bridgewater, Mass.
Not sure if Kenny Dorsey went the right way with this ball. He had the tight end to the right side open. Down here, Shockey is maybe number 1, but he forced the ball over the middle, and that's where the coverage is. If you stop this play right here, you will see 4 defenders right in the box right there, and that's where the ball is being thrown into. Down the other side of the field, have the tight end one-on-one on a backer.
They're coming out now from the 13-yard line. Brian St. Pierre, the junior quarterback. Underrated, maybe the 2nd-best QB in the Big East this year. Base I. They'll run night. And we asked St. Pierre what he would like to accomplish on the first series against Miami.
We have to establish the line of scrimmage up front. We have to be able to run the ball and throw the ball and hopefully put a drive together where we move the ball. You don't necessarily have to score on your first drive, but you need to move the ball and establish yourselves in the game and get into the flow of the game.
St. Pierre is under center using Derek Knight. Base I formation, play fake to him. St. Pierre, he's completed his first pass to J.P. Camilla. The fullback slips out. First down, Boston College. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup. That's the big question. Can they replace Green? So far, they're just picking up where they left off. Same plays. They've got the package. This is a tough team, unbeaten at home this year. The big loss is Mark Colombo at left tackle. Parento must step in there and do the job. Number 73 with his hands full because the strength of the Miami defensive line, we are told, the edge rushmen. They are the strength this year of the Canes. Now with a first down for St. Pierre at the 27. It'll run Knight. And not much doing that time. They shut it down. This is that front wall. Green and McDougal. And their issue today is find that quarterback when St. Pierre goes to try to move the ball. Jonathan Vilma has not been 100% this year, but he's getting healthier. And a healthy Vilma can bring a lot to that middle linebacking position manned by Dan Morgan. Ed Reed, folks, 7 interceptions. What a wonderful leader he is. From strong safety to free this year because they needed him there. Look at that visor. You can never tell where he's peeking. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. And here comes Knight again, picking his way to daylight. Crosses the 30-yard line. This will leave, Gary. This will leave BC in about 3rd and 5. Now, remember, the coaches told us that's a number they were looking for.
That's one of the things we're going to be tracking all day. Boston College's goal is getting it 3rd and 5 or less. Tom O'Brien, Dana Bible, the offensive coordinator, said we cannot get in those long yardage situations. Now, that's always a game plan for every coach, but I think it's particularly important for Boston College because they don't have Green and that big play ability to break one from the running back spot.
Coker watching on the other side, seeing if his defense can hold on 3rd and 3 is the official number, so they can run or pass out of this. St. Pierre's going to throw it from the pocket. First down, midfield. Ryan Reed, the one-time high school teammate of Drew Brees, slips out for a 20-yard gain.
Talked about St. Pierre having to come through today. So far, you can see what he's doing. Accuracy from the quarterback can neutralize almost any defense. If Brian St. Pierre has the time to throw those short passes, 3rd and 5, and he's accurate with the ball, he's going to be a handful.
Looked good on that pass, didn't he, folks? First down and 10 across midfield into Cane territory. Here comes the blitz. They're running on it. Knight avoided the blitzer, but just got back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's time, Gary, for the Pontiac Game Solutions.
Well, let's take a look at what these two teams need to do. For Miami, they don't need to gamble. They've got the better team, maintain their balance both offensively and defensively. Boston College has to put a little pressure on Dorsey. They've already got an interception. Don't change. They can't abandon the running game, but I don't think they can rely on it as much as what they had in Green. They got to mix it up and use the fullback. We've already seen that. Use the fullback to throw to.
Miami's great corners are manned up with the wideouts. 2nd down and 9. They're going to come right back with Knight. They're going to run the ball, and that's a good-looking run. He crosses the 40-yard line, and this puts him in 3rd and short. That, folks, was a good-looking run by Derek Knight.
Let's hand it to that offensive line for BC. We know, we saw him in that, was it Aloha Bowl?
Aloha Bowl.
Yeah? I mean, do they have that anymore?
No, I think they moved the Aloha Bowl. Seattle, San Francisco, who knows?
All right, so the goal of that offensive line is to get up man-to-man on the faster linebackers. If they get up fast on them, they can run the ball.
Now checking in is the freshman Brandon Brokaw, number 30, heavily recruited out of Pennsylvania. 3rd and short. Play fake to him. He missed his pickup. Incomplete. Brokaw missed his block. Well, there's the issue with freshman running backs, folks. He's got to get the man coming in on Brian St. Pierre, and he couldn't get there. Coaches will be very upset.
Well, Brian St. Pierre picked it up. Number 30 missed it. They're going to slide the fullback out in the flat. The tailback must find the end and the safety. A little tough play right there. He had the end and the safety, got mixed up and fanned them both.
Oh, the punt by Kevin McMillan. Bobbled into the end zone. It'll come out on the 20, almost. Beauty. So McMillan with a fine punt that just couldn't be handled. Timeout. And that would be number 1, William Green, who has been suspended by Coach O'Brien. Came out of Annapolis, a tough ex-Marine. And, folks, it's not just the rules, the suspension of Green. Let me tell you something about this football team. They play tough. They know the rules. And when you're a Marine and somebody goes down, you just step it up. The next man moves in. That's the way the Marines are taught. That's how they do things. And that's why BC is going to play their hearts out here today. Kevin Beard with that reception again. And, Gary, let's take a look at Dorsey.
Well, we all know the story about Dorsey. Tough to get to. Great offensive line. Quick release. Quick with the football. 2 seconds on that one. Throwing over the middle. 2 seconds or less on the one right there. This one's about 2.5. You said he had time to throw the football, and that's what he does. No one in his face. 2 seconds to throw the ball in each of those. That's a quarterback dream.
Sacked only 1 time all season. That was a week ago by Temple. Here's play fake. He's in trouble. Steps away from it. Now, and Davenport couldn't hold on at midfield. It'll be 2nd down. Dorsey with a slick slide step to avoid the rush. We go to Jackaroo.
Well, Brent, you and Gary were talking about the mistakes that a freshman running back can make. Brandon Brokaw made a mistake, came off the field, and he got counseling and instruction from BC's fullback, J.P. Camella, trying to tell Brandon how he missed the block, what he needs to do the next time. And then he said, look, these guys aren't, and I can't repeat the last word.
Yeah, you know, and the coaches, as soon as they saw Brokaw on the field, Shannon, the defensive coordinator of Miami, said, let's go. Let's see if the youngster can pick the blitz up. That's what the freshmen have the most problem with across the country, is picking up the blitz and protecting the quarterback. And now Romberg, Brett Romberg, the center for Miami, is shaken up.
He went out with an ankle last week, but it looks like he's looking at his right hand this time, and that would be his snapping hand. It seems like he's favoring it. Went out in the first quarter against Temple, came back. But there's Romberg.
They'll put a couple of seconds back on that clock, and Miami will break the huddle. I believe Rodriguez is down there, number 70. He'll be snapping, and you got to watch the timing. So Rodriguez snaps it down to Dorsey, and he hits Shupke for the 2nd completion. That's short of the 1st down. So we are at Boston College. Unbeaten Miami here after 7 blowouts. They were driving the first time they had the ball. Watch the middle linebacker, Vinny Churchill from Paramus, New Jersey. He deflects the pass, and it is picked off inside the 5, and that's why we are scoreless at this point as Miami offensively continues to substitute on every play. One running back, it's Clinton Portis now. Behind Dorsey, 3 wide. Incomplete. Dorsey misfiring that time, and Miami now being forced to punt. And folks, the ex-Marines team is playing tough. And coming up next, our doubleheader continues. Penn State, Illinois. Joe Palm to comeback. Kansas State and Nebraska. The Cornhuskers driving toward Pasadena. Here's your 4th down play now. And Freddie Capshaw punting it with DeWalt running out. Fumble! Miami. A bad decision by the return man, DeWalt, running up hard on that punt. And Miami with their first turnover of the game, and they are in Boston College territory.
I don't know about bad decision, but bad execution. You can save a lot of yards if you catch that ball right there.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gary. Yeah, taking a look at that, you're absolutely right. You should have caught it. Timeout.
Junior starting center Brett Romberg had to miss a couple of plays because he got a helmet that pushed his right thumb back. Dr. John Uribe, the head physician for the Miami Hurricanes and the athletic trainer, went to work. They've retaped the wrist and the thumb area, and he's back, getting ready to go under the ball.
All right, Jack, but the guy having it his way is big number 78, the left tackle. As Romberg gets ready for the snap, Bryant McKinney, the All-American. Dorsey's going to go for the end zone. Intercepted inside the 5 again. Lenny Walls. That's his second pick. What about that decision, Gary?
Well, that was just a knuckleball. Kenny Dorsey is not throwing the ball very well to this game so far. His arm strength looks bad. He's not spiraling the ball, and he's throwing into the wind. This was just a bad one. Man on man, he tried to get it all on first down. Comes back, little play action pass, and watch this ball flutter. It just runs out of gas. Receiver said, what is going on here? I thought I was going to catch it in the end zone. You got to be able to throw it at least 50 yards, Ken. 2 INTs. Can I redo my scouting report on that Heisman thing on the bus?
Derek Knight. He's the tailback. St. Pierre with time off a play fake, and he threw it away incomplete. A good decision. Camella was well covered, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Let's take a look at what these two teams like to do. Miami, they're about as good at everything. Running the ball, play action pass, or pocket pass. BC wants to run the power game, but without William Green, we don't know. I think it's going to take a little bit of everything else for Boston College to move the ball today against this very fast, but it can be misdirected defense for Miami.
Good play action by St. Pierre that time. He had plenty of time, but his intended receiver was covered. You'd think they'd come back with a little muscle now and try to get the ball out of there. And Knight slips the first tackle and makes it out to the 6-yard line. We need a Michigan update. Let's go to John Saunders. John?
Brent, you were there a week ago here on this Burger King update when Michigan lost on the final second against Michigan State. BJ Askew, 5 yards out. They score just 8 minutes into the game and take a 7-0 lead over Minnesota. Brent.
Yeah, Michigan using only 11 guys this week. That's good. All right, there's our Pontiac 1st and 10 line. You can see where they have to go. Out to the 14-yard line. They go 1 back and 3 wides on 3rd down. St. Pierre in the end zone. Gonna throw incomplete. It could have been picked off. Miami Knight was running out. Boy, I'll tell you, they almost picked that off for 6.
Miami only had a 3-man rush, but both ends put pressure on St. Pierre. Jerome McDougal came in and almost made the play. Parento is struggling at left tackle. Struggling very badly. The last 2 plays he was beat on a rush, and Jamel Green beat him on the run play.
Now Buchanan will try to give the Canes field position against McMillan from his own end zone. What a beautiful punt. What a great punt. Oh, my. Buchanan on 1 hop down at the 20-yard line. McMillan bails BC out. A standing ovation for number 47. Oh, yeah. Ride the breeze, big fella. Timeout. 72 yards on the punt.
Then I had that taste. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. Now I'm a believer. With grilled sourdough bread. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. A 1/4 pound of flame broiled beef. I'm in love. 2 slices of melted Swiss cheese. 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King.
Decides to go. Dorsey hands it off to Portis on 1st down. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Peter Sheen, he's a freshman from Norfolk, Mass, coming up off the corner. And so far, Gary, you have got to be impressed with how BC is playing in the early going.
Well, I'm not impressed with Ken Dorsey, and I'm not impressed with the play calling. Why is Miami not running behind the big guy, left tackle? Run the ball this way by McKinney. He wants it run his way.
Here's your second down now. Dorsey's going to put it up again. Incomplete. Missing Kevin Beard. Well, ABC Sports presentation is brought to you by Pontiac. What would you do with some Pontiac excitement? America's dairy farmers are the power of cheese. Discover card for the slightly smarter consumer and new Pepsi Twist. Pepsi and Diet Pepsi with a twist of lemon. Beautiful campus here outside of Boston.
Right tackle Gonzalez is struggling so far with the different defensive ends playing against them. Guthrie, number 99, has done a good job putting pressure on the quarterback.
Here's third down. BC shows blitz. Now they back off of it. Late come, complete first down to the 40-yard line. Sands, the wide receiver, makes his first grab of the game.
What a wonderful job of picking up that blitz by Miami. They knew it was coming. Dorsey has great confidence. The corner blitz comes in here. There he is. And watch Miami pick it up so he's allowed to throw. They go out the back, picks it right up, right there. Bam! Throw it over the middle. When you zone blitz and you don't get to the quarterback, there are holes all over the field.
Dorsey 6 of 12 and 2 interceptions. And back with Pulitz. And the middle opens to the 49-yard line. Strong 8 yards on first down. Well, the Super Bowl champion Ravens overwhelmed the Titans earlier this year. Now the rematch on Monday night on ABC at 9 Eastern. The Titans at home. They're a home team underdog. Folks, you know what that means on Monday night. A home team dog. You gotta love them. It'll be rocking, a little country and western music. You gotta love the Titans. Second down now. Out of that I formation. And they pound Portis, slips, battles, first down, tough run.
Boston College, who had so many injuries a year ago on the defensive line, which was a liability, this year has turned into a strength. They play 8 different players, and I think that they are much, you just watch them run around out there, they're much improved on that defensive line. Miami is just not having their way with them at all.
First down and 10. The ball at the BC 46. Dorsey fires complete. Hits it underneath to Shockey, who came off the left side that time and picked up about 7 or 8 and then took a beating.
Be awful tempted just to throw that guy about 15 to 20 balls a game. He's a tough matchup. There's not a linebacker or strong safety that can cover that guy. The best tight end in college football. He's going to come out and then come under. One of the just easy patterns. The linebacker leaves him for 1 second. Scott Bradley, and look at that athletic tight end.
Second down and 2. Dorsey starts Beard in motion. Will run, and Portis reaches out, and I don't believe he got it that time because of Derek Rossi, the defensive end from Medford, New York. Andre Johnson, Ethnic Sands check in from the sidelines. They'll open this up now on 3rd and 1.
I think this will be a good down for Miami to gamble for a big play. I'd go for it on 3rd and 4th down into the wind here.
Their coaches are going to do it. They're going 3 wide and 1 RB on this 3rd down. Shockey is to the right side of the formation. Got it. First down to the 30-yard line. Shockey slipping off to the right. He was flexed about a yard. You knew he was coming out.
It's like watching a game out on the street. You know, you're playing street football, and you know you got one guy they can't cover. So you just say, go out there and hook, I'll give you the first down, and then we'll try some other plays in between.
Now they take him out, and Robert Williams, the senior from Dallas, number 80, checks into that level. You talk about depth offensively at the skilled position. We haven't seen a team like Miami this year. First down and 10. Here's Portis into the middle to the 25-yard line. And tomorrow, the 3 reigning ladies world medalists meet in their first head-to-head competition of the season. Michelle Kwan, Arina Slutskaya, and Sarah Hughes, the Grand Prix of figure skating. Skate Canada tomorrow at 4 Eastern right here on ABC. Miami with a good drive, well balanced this time, using Portis to pound into the middle, and right guard Martin Bibla along with Romberg doing a very good job on the right side for Miami's offensive line. There he is again, and I'm going to tell you, Bibla is just pouring holes open for him, just short of the first down. Bolden makes the stop.
Run, pass, offensive line. Already Boston College has been forced to blitz to try to stop the run and the pass game. Watch us coming across, kicking out this time. Block down, kick out. That hole's just too big. Portis, who rushed for 164 yards against Penn State in the opener, is a guy that gets yards anyway. Tough around the end.
They can throw here too if they want to, and then come back, but they set up in that power eye. One Portis behind McKinney. Couldn't get there. They overloaded that side against McKinney, and he didn't get it as we come to the end of the first quarter. So they'll turn around.
Thanksgiving, all of these injuries piling up. You wonder if there'll be enough people to put on the field.
And the good news for A&M, despite the information that was given to Leslie Goodell, Ty Warren is on the field right now, playing with that.
I don't know about this. Todd Severs is out to kick a field goal. They need less than a half a yard for a first down here on 4th down. If I'm Boston College, I feel real good if they go ahead and attempt this 38-yard field goal. Severs a good one. Just slides across. That, folks, that was low, wasn't it? We had to wait till we got the signal, but Todd Severs puts Miami up. BC's got to feel real good about that. All right, Gary, here's that field goal.
Well, you said low. It was low and slow. This was a changeup. This is bad, and it just crawled over. I mean, one more yard farther back, this thing has no chance. I like you, Brent. I thought, first of all, Portis ran badly. Very bad decision on 3rd down, and I thought they should have gone for it.
Yeah, I think they sure should have. Boy, it brings back great memories when I'm here from Miami and Boston College. Of course, no one will ever forget the '84 game because ESPN Classic won't let you forget. I think they use that game every week, don't they? Here's the kickoff now by Severs, and it'll go into the end zone and come out on the 20-yard line. So here is, speaking of that game, time for the Aflac trivia question. All right, in the famous Hale Flutie game in '84, who was the losing quarterback, part 1? And besides Doug, who else from that Boston College team is still starting in the NFL? A two-parter, folks. And when we introduce our guest, there's no fair that he gives us the answer.
No, and losing quarterback. Okay. How about losing safety? Heck with that.
Because guess who's on the other line? Doug Flutie of the San Diego Chargers. Doug, pleasure to have you with us here this afternoon, my friend.
Thanks for having me on.
How's the cobwebs? You got thrown down pretty hard last week by that defensive.
Yeah, they cleared up by Wednesday pretty good, and I feel real good right now. I feel fine, and I'm all set to go.
All right, stick right with us here. Here's the handoff now to Derek Knight. Gained a couple of yards or so, and Doug, you know, we go back and we talk about that play all of the time. We're going to show it. Did you at any time really see Gerard Phelan breaking deep from the left?
Nope, never saw him. Threw it to a crowd, saw the ball disappear over 2 defensive backs' heads, and I never even saw him catch it.
Oh, man, it's got to be the greatest play of all time.
Hey Doug, you've had so much success in 2 leagues since then. What do you think when you look back at that game? Is it a memory that never goes away, or does it now move on to other things?
I move on to other things, and I've got a lot of other really nice memories and big moments, but that's the one that'll be a trademark and my signature play that people will remember me by, and it brings a smile on my face.
Yeah. Hey, Doug, you know, you had to overcome all of those prejudices against your size, and it was just remarkable going up to the Canadian Football League. You're going to make that Hall of Fame. Here you are down in the National Football League. You're still playing. You got to just love football, my friend.
I enjoy playing. I enjoy just competing, going out on the field and having fun. We go out and we kick field goals before or after the game. We mess around throwing the ball around on the practice field. I mean, I love the game, and I love playing it.
Well, here's third down stuff, so your team's going to be punting, and then we're going to turn you loose. But one final thing. Tell us about the San Diego Chargers, and this is a real improved team out there. How far can you guys go?
I don't know. You know, we've played well so far. We lost 3 games that were real tight games, but we're in real good shape right now. We've got a big game against Denver tomorrow, and then we have Oakland after that. So these next 2 weeks can tell.
All right, Doug, your BC Eagles. I know you're not getting that game out there right now. And, here's the punt. We really appreciate you being with us. We'll give you the play-by-play. It's fielded now by Buchanan of the Canes. Up to the 40, perches midfield, and he's a couple yards short of it. So, Doug, good luck to you and the San Diego Chargers, and thanks for being with us here today.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right. Doug Flutie, the author of one of the most memorable plays in college football history. Timeout. Lopsided there, but not on the scoreboard. It's only 3-0. Canes with a field goal lead, but they've got it back. 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw on 1st down, deep middle, snapped down beautifully by Kevin Beard. And they wave it off. Couldn't hang on. So let us check in on Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and here's John.
Brent, we've got a surprise brewing. A&M facing Oklahoma. Nate Hibble back to pass. Picked off by Everett Smith. He starts going the other way, loses the handle. Brian Gamble picks it up and goes 18 yards for the touchdown, and Texas A&M has opened a 10-0 lead over the Sooners.
Wow, remember a year ago, John, we were down there. Texas A&M led into the 4th quarter, and then Marshall, who has since left Oklahoma, returned an interception for a big play, and Josh Heupel did the rest. And now the officials in a conference here before 2nd down.
First down play action pass by Miami. Dorsey's best throw of the game dropped coming across. Dorsey to the right, play action pass. You see the receiver coming across the middle. The ball is thrown perfectly and just juggled all the way down. Good call.
That was good call. 2nd down. It was a beautifully thrown ball, wasn't it? They come back with Portis on the draw play, sprinting out to the left. Short of the 45-yard line. All right. There's our question. Who was the losing quarterback against Flutie? And who else from that Boston College team is still starting in the NFL? Folks, here they are for you. And the losing quarterback threw for better than 400 yards. Bernie Kosar. Bill Romanowski with a big interception in the 4th quarter of Kosar was the only series in which either Kosar or Flutie didn't put points on the scoreboard in the 4th quarter. And there's the quick hitch to Andre Johnson for the 1st down.
Great read by Dorsey that time. He read the corner blitz. This is what he does so well. You know, you had trouble throwing into the wind a little bit in that last quarter. But boy, look at him pick up the different stunts that's coming up. When you blitz him, you better know what you're doing, because he burns you if you're not right, and get there quickly.
First down across the 40-yard line. Miami has been threatening all game, and they have only a field goal to show for it. Portis thrown down after picking up a couple of yards. And let's check in with Jack Arute.
Brent, one of the reasons that Ken Dorsey is so effective as a quarterback is he admits that he'd rather just curl up with a good video of a previous game than go out and party with his friends. His mom, Maggie, says it's no surprise to her. Ever since he was a little kid, she says, he's been studious, so much so his favorite game, chess.
Well, he'd like to be a chess player right here. And he'll play it safe to the almost to the 30-yard line. This will be 3rd and short for the Canes. White makes the stop.
Yeah, well, he's got all his pieces to use. He can castle, bishop, horse, whatever he needs to do. He's got them all. But, you know, I think on this football team, the guy that might be the most valuable, his queen of the chessboard might be that tight end. Shockey is a tough matchup, and every time he needs it, in these 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2s, he ends up going to Shockey in these situations. He's down here.
Double tight end. Williams is the other one on 3rd and short. Shockey's already caught 4 passes. Dorsey throws back to the fullback for the first down this time. He runs Davenport out of the backfield.
Went to the side of Shockey that time, slipped the fullback into the flat. The tight end runs that little out route right there, puts tremendous pressure on those linebackers who have that power game coming right at them, and then that tight end slips out and fullback slips out.
Dorsey's 10 of 17 for over 100 yards already, but he has thrown 2 interceptions. Now he has a first down from the 26. Here's Portis. Crosses the 20-yard line. So Miami against Boston College here on a gray Saturday afternoon. We mentioned the 2 interceptions. The first one deflected and picked off inside the 5. The second one on a first down after a turnover was also caught inside the 5-yard line. That was Lenny Walls out of San Francisco. The second interception, and it's second down and 4. And you can see how the Miami offense dominating this game. BC unable to come up with any first down, sustained drives. Dorsey steps to the right. Wide open on the sideline was Beard. He was standing over there all alone, and it's 1st and goal Miami.
Rob Chudzinski, offensive coordinator for Miami, anticipated a blitz here. He rolled Dorsey out. It's one of the few times you see Miami come out of their package of play action pass, power running game, and pocket running game. Just a 2-man route. Thought that Boston College would come with the blitz. They did not, and still got a big first down.
Kyle Kobia is the fullback for Portis. They show one left, but Dorsey's going to put it up. Deflected, touch, no! Incomplete! He had a touchdown! Kobia had it right in his hands and dropped it.
Can you have 2 drop balls on one play? Because this is what happens. Shockey drops it first, then Kobia drops it second. The big tight end's going to come out and say oh, this is easy. Dorsey says, oh, this is a touchdown. This is going to be my 8th touchdown to the tight end right here. Boink, right off of him. Look, right through the breadbasket. Can't get any easier than that.
That's second down and goal. Power I, and here comes Portis. Well short, and now it is 3rd and goal as Bolden, the linebacker, along with Churchu, makes the stop. Jagaroot.
Well, Brent, on the defensive side of the ball, if the Miami Hurricanes even touch a ball and don't make an interception, they have to drop down and give 10 push-ups in practice. I don't know if the rule applies, however, to the offense. Maybe we ought to go down to Coral Gables on Monday and find out.
Absolutely. All right, 3rd down and goal for the 7-yard line. 3 wideouts for Dorsey. BC sticks with a 4-man rush. Dorsey gonna take off? No. Still gonna throw. Oh my! I think he could have run for the touchdown. I think it was open. I think Dorsey could have scampered in.
I don't know, but all I do know is he threw a bad ball at the end. Dorsey drops back. He tries to go at the end out here, but watch Ken. Drops back, tries to go to the right side of the tight end. It's covered. When he scrambles out, could he have made it? No, he would not have made it. These 2 guys would have ate him up. But look at this, wide open to the side.
So they settle for another field goal. Todd Severs. It's a 24-yarder, and it is 6-0 Miami.
After the new Chevy Trailblazer, everything else just seems kind of weak. The all-new 270 horsepower Chevy Trailblazer, like a rock.
How can you provide for the future of the people who depend on you? With Pacific Life and its expertise in investments, annuities, and insurance, discover the power of Pacific Life.
Hi, can I help you? Yeah, I think I'm starting to go bald. Yeah, well, that happens to the best of us.
Now at Sears Auto Center, our best-selling Michelin tires are on sale. Sears. Where else?
Oh, hello. Have you heard about 1-800-Medicare? Yes, you have, because I just told you. Must be broken. You can find out what Medicare covers, get information on staying healthy. Whoops. They'll even tell you what's Medigap is, which is important to those who have a gap in their Medi. Oh, the bottom line is for healthcare questions, turn to the experts at Medicare.
1-800-Medicare, helping you help yourself.
The ABC Sports presentation of college football brought to you by America's Dairy Farmers, the power of cheese. Discover card for the slightly smarter consumer, and new Pepsi Twist. Pepsi and Diet Pepsi with a twist of lemon. 2 field goals. Miami dominating statistically, 175 yards to only 57 for Boston College. But Miami has turned it over twice to BC's only once. Miami dominating the clock, 13:37 to 7:38. They have 11 first downs to only 2 for Boston College. So everywhere you look, the Canes are dominating, except on the scoreboard. We've got a couple of field goals now.
Ken Dorsey's had a couple of one bad decision and 2 bad throws and 2 drop balls that forced field goals.
Kickoff is going to be fielded at the 5 by Jamal Burke. Touching it for the first time. Burke sprints free. And Severs brings him down at the 40-yard line. The kickoff man makes the stop, and he broke him down pretty good. 33-yard return. Now it's time for our Pacific Life game summary here, and you can see the 38 and 24-yard, but the biggest play by Severs may have been the tackle he just made on Burke.
Boston College is ranked 111th in kickoff returns this year. That's got to be one of the best they've had all year.
Now Brian St. Pierre. Only down a couple of field goals. Knight not anywhere because of McDougal.
Just a different Boston College team. Probably arguably the 2 best players for Boston College on their offense, Colombo and Green, not in the football game.
Well, Severs just a moment ago with wide receiver Jamal Burke out of Brockton, Mass, finding a hole, and look at 16 come over there and wrestle him down just short of the 40-yard line. There's a kickoff specialist who's also a football player. Second down now. Movement by the wide receiver prior to the snap, and guess who? Jamal Burke. Gave 5 of it back.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. Previous spot. Repeat second down.
Defensive line for Miami. They're not having to blitz. The 4 men up front has shut down the running game and are putting enough pressure on St. Pierre. When he does pass, he's only thrown the ball 6 times in the game.
And Burke comes out of the football game. It puts him in 2nd and 15 against this Miami D. Shotgun look, good protection, underthrew his receiver that time, and Buchanan right there defending it on the sideline, and he wanted the interception, folks.
Looks like, I think, Brian St. Pierre thought that was a zone and he had the receiver, but Buchanan
It's a proud new name. Prudential Financial, growing and protecting your wealth.
It's new, flame-grilled top sirloin, marinated Cajun shrimp, and a great price, chili surf and sirloin. We're having some fun now.
Hey, you want to switch?
Sure. Introducing the all-new Chevy Avalanche. The only vehicle that switches from an SUV to a pickup.
Good idea.
Chevy Avalanche. Like a rock.
It's new, flame-grilled top sirloin, marinated Cajun shrimp, and a great price, chili surf and sirloin. We're having some fun now.
Discovery, transformation, achievement. The University of Miami. Go and change the world.
An ABC premiere event, Saving Private Ryan, presented uncut Sunday at 8/7 Central on ABC. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Defensive coordinator Frank Spaziani told his defense that he likes the way they've played so far. But Brenton Gary, he also told them to do one thing during this series that I'll have to wait and see if it works out. He wants him to go for the strip of the ball and think about the tackle second.
Well, here's first down for Dorsey and a basic eye. And they run the freshman Frank Gore into the strength of the BC defense, and Sean Guthrie, a senior from Miami, makes the stop on the freshman from Coral Gables.
Seems to me that Clinton Portis has been dancing a little bbit into the line. I think they were a little upset with that third down run with him. Gore at the big game last week against Temple is the real deal. They kind of liken him here to William Green.
Here's second down, play fake. Dorsey without for almost his third. Was it incomplete? It's incomplete. Almost his third interception of the game right now. Check in on Michigan. Let's go to John Saunders.
Having a tussle with Minnesota, but the special teams get them some points here. Tyrese Butler gets the block on Dan Nystrom's punt. John Shaw recovers it, and it sets up B.J. Askew a couple plays later. So the Wolverines back on top, 14-7.
So the Gophers trying to hang in that one. And Dorsey on that screen play to Portis. Short of the first down, and that was a fine tackle by Peter Sheen, the freshman from Norfolk.
Portis again, very bad on that screen. Let's go to the previous play when Dorsey almost got that ball picked off. First of all, he got pressure. See Dorsey down here. He got pressure when he let it go. Missed his receiver high, overthrew it as he had to anticipate because he felt that pressure. And there's one drop right in the bread. It didn't drop like that for me, Brent.
Hunt by the Canes. Capshaw drives it back. This time DeWalt makes the catch. Remember, he has fumbled one, and a penalty flag. There's a penalty flag thrown as he went out of bounds. Did the defender stay with him, or did he grab his face mask? One of the two over there. Right. In all light, this has got to be against Miami.
Well, unnecessary roughness or face mask?
One of the two. Exactly. Grabbed his face mask as he was going out of bounds.
See the play. We talked about Boston College being bad. Yeah, there it is. You talk being bad in kickoff returns. They're also 104th in the country in punt returns. Neither side is good when they receive a kick or a punt.
St. Pierre trots on to the field. He's 3 of 8.
Just
Not only for 37 yards, hasn't been able to get anything going.
Nothing there. They have been unable to run the ball. Don't really have their play-action game because of that, and that defensive line is gobbling up the running game.
The freshman Brokaw steps in. Nothing much doing. Vilma there to meet him. Well, the U.S. national soccer team is qualified for the 2002 World Cup over in Asia. Now they look to continue the winning ways against Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow at 2 Eastern right here on ABC.
Just don't have an apparent weakness. When you talk to the coaches from Boston College about this team, they just say there's no holes. There's no place where you really can attack them. They'd like to do the misdirection and take advantage of those linebackers that run so well, but the linebackers ain't buying the running game.
Brokaw again, and met by resistance. So this is going to be about 3rd down and 5 or 6. McDougal, the defender there. About the only weapon BC has had open is Camella. He made 1 catch, but the second time St. Pierre was under so much pressure he couldn't get it to him. As Dorsey watches from the Miami sideline, and this will be a 3rd and 6 coming up against this Miami defense. Remember what Gary told you, they wanted it in 3rd and 5 or less. They find it tough to go. Derek Knight comes in, and they'll go back in the shotgun, and that's just simply to help their passing game. Great catch by Knight. Reaches back for a BC first down across the 35, and in full stride, he reached back, grabbed it, and it's a 16-yard gain.
Knight makes the play. The same balls that have been being dropped by the Miami receivers, Knight comes up and makes it. St. Pierre is going to go, thank you very much. This guy's going to come up. Knight comes underneath it like that. Kind of passing one-on-one. One guy deep, one guy underneath it. Throw behind, beat the linebacker.
Got to get the ball into Burke and DeWalt's hands. The corners are really shutting him down. Play fake. Looking middle. Camella's covered. That's where he wanted to go to. Now on the run. St. Pierre is going to keep it, and he steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Very close to a first down. Nice run by Brian St. Pierre, the junior quarterback. Now that will loosen things up if St. Pierre is able to take off and start to pick up yardage, because it's really been clogged in the middle against BC.
He really had no choice there on that one. People downfield, 3 receivers were all covered. Miami did not buy the play action fake, looked around, and St. Pierre just had to make something out of nothing there.
Well, you got 2 corners like Rumpf 8 and Buchanan 31. That's the strength. Here's what Coach O'Brien said about Coker's DBs.
You know, their strength, they have tremendous corners. They can take your wideouts out of the game. So, you know, they take their 2 checkers and your 2 checkers out, and then you play 9-on-9 the rest of the game.
That's exactly what has happened. The 2 corners have thrown blankets over BC's wideouts, just unable to get open. Gary told you. I mean, you got Buchanan on the left and Rumpf on the right, and they're moving up about 2 yards off the wideouts, and now it is 9-on-9. First down, he did get it. Short drop, he looks for one, covered again. Can't find it. Got to throw it away. Both receivers were just covered like blankets.
Well, very interestingly for Miami, Rumpf had man-to-man coverage, but he had a safety deep. Ed Reed was back there, and that allows those 2 corners to really gamble on all the underneath routes. The reason Miami can do that, they don't have to commit 8 men to the line of scrimmage. A year ago, when Boston College had William Green, they had 8 man up. This year, 7 men in the box. 2 safeties are always deep for Miami, just 7 stopping the run.
Buchanan went on the slot man, and Knight against the front 7 couldn't get anywhere. And now it's 3rd and long. We check in with Jack Arute.
Well, Brent, this young man, Derek Knight, on Monday didn't think he was going to start. In fact, today with the green suspension, he makes his first start since 1998 when he led his high school to a 10-0 record, and he scored 19 touchdowns and 985 yards. The number 22, I think. Isn't that the number that Phelan wore in the big game?
Yep. Made the catch, but running against the Miami Hurricanes a little bit different than high school defenses. St. Pierre has it picked off by Fitzgerald. Marquise Fitzgerald just snapped it away. And the senior from St. Petersburg, in as a nickel man, makes St. Pierre pay on that play. What a good-looking defense this is.
It really is. That's the third corner. And you know what? I think Brian St. Pierre threw to the right guy this time. Double coverage to the wide side. He had to throw the ball to the slot. 3rd and long, not what Boston College wants. 2 turnovers for each side. Look, safety here, safety there. They're going to double the wide receivers. This is the guy he tries to throw over the middle to, and there is nothing there.
So it's first down for Dorsey. And he dumps it to Portis as he was being hit. And Portis gains 12 yards as he crosses midfield. Dorsey just dumped it off on the hit that time, and it's a 12-yard gain. So the Big East today looks like this. Syracuse trailing West Virginia, and Cuse heavily favored in that one. Virginia Tech trying to rebound, and Pittsburgh Rutgers a little bit later. First down and 10 now. Play fake. Dorsey starting to move, and here's Davenport. Crosses the 30-yard line. Back-to-back completions.
So smart by Dorsey. That play was not designed for him to roll out. But he saw out of the corner of his eye that corner blitz coming, so all he did is fake and run away from it. He avoided the sack. You know, that offensive line gets all the credit for him being sacked only once in, what, 900 plays or something like that. A lot of the credit should go to the quarterback. He read it, and he ran away from it.
First down at the 29-yard line. Can Miami finish a drive? Portis hit in the backfield at the 35-yard line by Douglas Goodwin, the big-timer from Freeport.
He was forced to play as a true freshman a year ago, and he's a monster now. Look at this, coming right inside. Romberg can't handle him. He's a tough block for Romberg. He was lined up outside of him, and he had to reach and block him. And Goodwin, who's been in the backfield a lot in this game, finally got one.
There's the receivers Dorsey has thrown at here today, and the number of catches he's spraying it around. The Goodwin play makes it 2nd and long. They're going to run the draw, and Portis ricochets off a would-be tackler to the 25-yard line. This will make it 3rd down and 6. And coming up on the Capital One halftime show, John and Terry will have all the scores and highlights from around the country. Terry will take a look at Nebraska's Heisman hopeful, Eric Crouch, as we take a look at Ken Dorsey here. You would think that 3 quarterbacks are really dueling now with both Green and Deshaun Foster having been suspended this week. 3rd down now and 6 to go. Here's the shotgun look for the Canes.
Loves to go to the tight end here.
High and incomplete. He was looking for Shockey, and there were 2 defenders right there, and it's field goal time again.
You don't think Boston College has seen the same tapes I had? They had that linebacker right there. He knew Shockey was going to go to the first down, run that option play to the outside, and that linebacker didn't back up a yard.
Todd Severs responsible for all 6 of our points here today. This will be a 43-yarder for Severs. Waves it up there beautifully for his 3rd field goal.
What a kicking game they have.
Todd Severs makes it a 9-0 game here inside of a minute in the 2nd quarter. An ABC Sports presentation of college football brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Aflac, without it, no insurance is complete. The United States Marine Corps, the change is forever. And Nokia. Personalize your phone, your life, and your world. Nokia, connecting people.
You talked about that Miami secondary, Brent. It all goes together, the pass rush and the secondary. 3 times this year, they have held their opponents to less than 100 yards passing in a football game.
There they are, Rumph, number 8. James Lewis, number 23, a member of that group. And, of course, many of those fellows are on your kickoff team with that great speed for Coach Coker. Getting downfield on the coverage. Miami has dominated the game with 218 yards of offense. Last one, huh?
Last one was just, remember, last one just cleared the crossbar, and this one just got inside the upright. This guy knows how to do it.
Well, remember last time Jamal Burke found an alley. J.P. Camella back there is a lead blocker if they can get it into 84's hands. Here's the Miami football, the Nike brand, and they may need a holder on this. The official may say, yep, get up there, Mr. Buchanan, and put a finger on it. There's the breeze here.
The kicker doesn't want him to do it.
Yeah.
His kicker doesn't go as far.
Get off of it. And he does. Here's Burke. Will it come out? No. It'll be on the 20-yard line. 54 seconds to go, and we'll see what O'Brien wants to do here. He's down only 9 points. 20-point underdog coming into this game. Doesn't want to make a big mistake here. He knows how fast BC could run it in on him on a turnover with those DBs. St. Pierre has the plays from Dana Bible, and then he comes.
And you're wondering, Miami will look closely at what Boston College is going to try to do. If they try to kill the clock, Miami has 2 timeouts. Let's let them run one play from Miami's viewpoint, and then use your timeouts and try to block a punt.
54 seconds. Draw. And Knight short of the 25-yard line.
You get the feeling, at least in my mind, that Boston College is kind of showing the 2-minute drill, but would like to run the ball and run the clock out. They don't believe they're going the whole way.
Oh, they're not.
No.
There's no doubt about what they're doing.
Miami will take a timeout if they tackle him this time, and they don't.
Clock will stop anyway on the first down at the 23-second mark.
So Boston College will survive the half. They will not have to punt with only 23 seconds to go. They're in the game. They are in the football game, Tom O'Brien.
First down from the gun. And now St. Pierre will go down at the 32-yard line with 6 seconds. Campbell wrapping him up for Miami, and the Hurricanes will take a 3-field-goal lead into the locker room here at intermission. Our presentation of college football on ABC returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Yeah, and the mascot hopes to be standing on his head when this one's over. But right now, the Eagles are being shut out by the team with the longest win streak in the country, 17 in a row. And Gary, my question is, can Boston College find a way to score in this game?
Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, you look at Miami's defense out there, I can't tell them apart. They're all good players. They interchange them all over the place. I mean, Boston College already got some breaks. Dorsey had a bad first half. It's 9-0. If they score here, make the game tight in the fourth quarter, maybe. That's their only chance.
About Dorsey, I remember the last time they lost was at Washington. There was a breeze. There's a little bit of wind today. I'm sure the NFL scouts are very aware. In the wind, you've got to be able to penetrate with a hard spiral. You know that.
He has not been able to get the spiral on the ball consistently. Downwind, it's okay. Into the wind, we saw the weakness of a guy who doesn't get that spinner going. Look at that, 150 yards, and I'm criticizing the guy. You know, I mean, where we're going here.
Oh, my. So BC will have the first set of downs. There's your offense. I mean, I should say your points. Severs put the 3 field goals up there, and he'll kick it off. Remember now, he made a tackle on Jamal Burke, who broke free, and BC tries to funnel with this wind at his back. It is most likely, and they will have
the fake hold coming up.
Yeah, here comes the fake hold. They'll front the guy over and he'll pretend. Okay. I think, is that Andre Johnson that they're bringing over this
We got a new holder this time.
New holder. Buchanan's taken back. Now let's see what Andre wants to do.
He probably
now,
doesn't
Andre's
know the
a little light. See, he's a little light touch. Okay,
exactly. A little softer.
Buchanan didn't want any part of that foot coming through there. Okay. Here we go. So he whistles it into that end zone, just as you would expect. And Burke is coming out. Gonna gamble, looking for a big play. Got him out on the left side. Can he get a block? And guess who went and got it? The holder. Forced him right out of bounds over there on that sideline. That's a nice return by Burke, 38 yards. And now we'll see what Brian St. Pierre and the coaching staff, Dana Bible, the offensive coordinator, see if he came up with any new wrinkles.
And Burke went off limping. Looked like, I don't know if it was a knee or back this time. This one goes outside. Remember, the 111th rated kickoff return in the country gets kind of slashed at the end, and that's usually when you do that, that's that back. You know, that's that back right there.
So Hemmings is in that wide out before the snap.
Dead ball.
And let's check in with Jackaroo. Jack?
Well, Brent, BC coach Tom O'Brien, all he wants from his team different in the second half is a little bit more consistency on the offensive side of the ball. Larry Coker, on the other hand, told me during halftime he is going to make a little bit of a change offensively in his game plan. Because of the wind that we've seen, he wants to see more performance from the ground game. He wants Dorsey to hand it off more, and maybe the stats will go up.
Yep.
Thus far, as we could see, it hasn't been real big in the rushing game.
Brent, look how deep Ed Reed is lining up throughout this game. He's 12 to 15 yards and backing up at the snap.
And they're going to run night nowhere. Front seven doing the job. That's Matt Walters, the junior from Melbourne, Florida. The numbers from the first half.
Well, it's all slanted towards Miami. There's no surprise. The two turnovers have really kept Boston College in the game. Time of possession. Remember, this Boston College defense against Notre Dame 2 weeks ago had to put nearly 41 minutes of playing time just 2 weeks ago, and it looked like they might have to do it again this week.
Lewis and Reed, the safeties, both lined up two across with the corners pressing. Nickel man in. Play fake. St. Pierre rolls to the nickel side. Covered. Now he'll chuck it out of bounds, and had a receiver coming back hard that time was number 14 Ryan Reed, but he couldn't get there. Now it's time for our Morgan Stanley well-connected storyline.
Well, Dorsey's two interceptions have been really the story of the game. He also, remember, missed a wide open receiver and also had on one play a drop ball twice for a touchdown. Replacing Green has been impossible. Boston College talked the talk that they had the system, but the reality is Green is a special player, and Boston College is going to have to find their yards somewhere else.
Here's Knight off to the left. They have thrown to him out of the shotgun today. We'll see if he goes out as a receiver trying to get free, and St. Pierre saw he was clogged, so he takes off for the first down, dives right at the marker. It is so close where he went out of bounds over there.
James Lewis came right across the top of St. Pierre that time. He knew where the first down marker was, and they both were diving for the same line that time.
He's on 3rd and 17, and you can see right there where it is. And boy, Coach O'Brien is between a rock and a hard place on this.
Yeah,
because if you gamble, if you start to gamble against Miami, you could get blown out here. But the other side of that is you're not going to get anything done unless you take some chances. And here comes an opportunity for that chance.
Number 23 right here. There's the collision, and here's the first down marker right to the right over here. They both go down, and that's actually, he doesn't hit them on the play, but you could see they both knew, both aware of where that first down was.
You can hear the applause from the crowd, and that always indicates that an offense is going to go for it on 4th down. The way he ran, Gary, you'd be very tempted to go right in behind Danny Kopp and a fine center.
Got to go quarterback sneak. Got to go, because the penetration and quickness in Miami, you must force the referee to make the call here with the quarterback sneak.
You got to squeeze in hard and fast. Coppins the center, 77. Sure, they'll shade a tackle there. They'll jam the middle like a goal line look. Look at that look from Miami. St. Pierre stuck behind the left. Did he get it? Whenever a quarterback moves laterally like that, it is so slow developing, as Jamal Green, the defensive end, jumped in there. So it's the,
I think he got
it's the spot, and it's like he got across okay.
Yep. Didn't get it by much, though.
Oh, I'll tell you, man, I'm telling you, you know, really, Tom, is if he starts to open this game up and go all out down by 9 against especially this defensive backfield, you are at risk at getting blown out early in this game. But the other side of that is he hasn't been able to sustain anything. He's only run for 60, his team, passed for 53. So he's got to take some chances, and at midfield he just took one right there.
Well, you called it. It was a goal line defense. They're going to try. The only advantage in this play is the offense knows the snap count, and the referee has a tendency to give you that little 6-inch plus.
Pressing. Nobody's on Rump. Rump doesn't have a man, so it looks like he could even come off that corner looking for the run. And they come back with Knight, and that's a pretty good first down run, Gary.
Yeah, 2 tight ends that time. We talked about what both teams wanted to do in this football game. Boston College, without Green, we said, can they have a power game? No, they have not had a power game. Play action, pocket finesse, really nothing there. And look at Miami. 19 runs, 19 passes right there from that pocket. They're so balanced.
Boston College has completed only 1 pass to a wide receiver. That on their first series of the game. They have been blanked since then, the wide receivers, by these DBs of Miami. St. Pierre going to fly incomplete, and there's that fullback Camella coming out again, and he simply dropped that one, folks. Should have had it with Vilma in pursuit. Let's go to Jackaroo.
Well, Brent, Brian St. Pierre has liked an uphill battle ever since he was 9 years old, and his local Pee Wee team was filled with only 12-year-olds. He talked his dad into the opportunity to play, and against his father's wishes, Brian was allowed to play on the 12-year-old team. Here's the way it went down. He went to his dad and says, "Dad, why don't you let me play 1 year? We'll assess how I do, and then we'll think about year 2.
You know, I liked him as a runner a couple times in this game. Here is 3rd down and 5. He's coming over to the right. He's on the move, but he's cut off. Film is there, and that's 4th down now. And so the linebacker really cut him off. He had no chance to sprint for the first down.
Now, tried to come to Ryan Reed that time with one of those fake slants and curl back out of it, where Ryan Reed was the intended receiver. Miami was all over it. Nothing St. Pierre could do. He couldn't even run, even attempt to run for the first down on that one.
Now McMyler will try to bury Miami inside the 20 here. And Buchanan, he returned his 2nd punt of the season for a touchdown a week ago. Great return for about 52 yards. They come after it. Buchanan spins short of the 20-yard line. Well done by the punt team that time. And it'll be Miami's first series on the telephone. Timeout.
Impala. My dad had one of these.
Really? Wow.
I just have some very nice memories from that car.
Did his have the smoke lenses in the front? Rear deck spoiler, 200 horsepower, V6 engine,
16-inch aluminum wheel. Well, I just love that they brought the Impala back.
Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Chevy Impala LS. The feeling never fades. You're gonna love it.
This is my car.
Impala. We'll be there.
It's new, flame-grilled top sirloin, marinated Cajun shrimp, and a great price. Chili surf and sirloin. We're having some fun now.
We've got to be nuts driving cross country with those two.
It'll be fine.
was never going to work.
Wanna bet?
I told you it was going to work.
Search, watch, record, edit, play. Pioneer.
It's new flame-grilled top sirloin, marinated Cajun shrimp, and a great price. Chili surf and sirloin. We're having some fun now.
Wednesday on Drew, it's special guest stars the Blue Man Group, and it's live in 3 time zones.
Boy, Drew, when you finish a meal, you finish a meal.
It's Drew Carey Live, Wednesday at 9/8 Central on ABC.
That's Miami's first series, and what do you think they should do this quarter, Dale?
You know, I heard Jack's report about wanting to run the ball, but since they have the wind to their back, I would take advantage of it in the 3rd quarter and continue to throw the ball.
And here comes Portis. They're going to run it, and he's got the corner. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line for a first down. That's a nice 13-yard run by number 28, and so he continues to be the big ball carrier in this game. Gore, the freshman's carried only twice for 3 yards, and Portis now with 64 yards.
You know who does such a nice job for this offense that we never really talk about anymore is Najee Davenport, number 4, their fullback. He's a weapon as a receiver. He's blocking back. He's so picking up the blitzes. He's an all-purpose fullback that is really needed in a balanced attack when you're using a tight end and 2 running backs.
Comes the blitz on the run. Portis cuts back against the grain to the 35, picks up a couple of yards.
The 2 quarterbacks have different offensive lines. Ken Dorsey has been getting about 2.5 seconds to throw the ball throughout the whole game. His offensive line is right at 2-2-1. Brian St. Pierre doesn't have that running game, so really doesn't have as much time. He's usually under 2 seconds when he throws or has to break the pocket.
2nd down and 8. See if Dorsey puts it up. Davenport was moving on the play. Dorsey will throw it out of bounds. Sands. Now he's against Davenport, who broke early. He thought he was up in Canada when Flutie was his quarterback.
Miami runs the ball left 2 times, and then on 2nd, this is kind of a tough call. Do you run through the play and decline this or move them back 5 yards? I'd decline it if I was Tom O'Brien and make it 3rd and long.
So this is Dorsey talking about his offensive line.
We can hold on to the ball a little bit longer because those guys are going to give you that extra second. You know, and they have the capability of picking up things that a lot of people couldn't pick up.
Well, we'll see if he can hold up now with that offensive line. He'll be winging it on 3rd and 8 all day. The line does the job, just like he said, and he puts it into Sands' hands for the first down. But it was the offensive line giving Ken Dorsey all day to wait for a receiver to break free.
It's almost not fair. I mean, you got one of the best offensive lines in college football. I think you've got the best tight end in college football. You got a defense that's ranked as high as anybody. You got all day to throw. He checked out 4 different receivers and has thrown the ball. And it's 3rd quarter, right? 3rd quarter is Miami's quarter.
Just short of midfield. Play fake, roll to the pocket to the right. Davenport is out as a receiver, and he'll throw it away. He wanted Davenport, and BC read the play.
He had him early, and then he tried to get greedy and throw downfield, and then he was covered. Najee said, throw me the ball, I'm open.
We're at Alumni Stadium. Comfortable Saturday afternoon. One of our key plays. The ball is dropped by Cobia on the ricochet from Shockey, and Miami settled. And they lead it 9-0 early in the third quarter with a 2nd and 10. Portis, huge hole. There's 11 yards for a first down to the 40-yard line for Miami. And Portis with 91 yards rushing.
Well, Doug Goodwin has been in the backfield, but number 98 this time gets hammered a bit by Bibla. You see it turning him one way. Gonzalez helps, and then he comes back. Look at the teamwork on that offensive line. Help a little bit inside and still manage to help get your man to the outside. A unit coached by Art Kehoe who's been here so long in Miami, and they are in sync now.
Miami's first drive of the second half. And they're coming right back with Portis to the 35. Let's find out about the Wolverines. John Saunders.
Brad here on the Burger King update. The Wolverines trying to get a jump start to their offense here. Navarre hands it to Chris Perry, who hands it to Calvin Bell, who goes around the end. Not even touched into the end zone for the touchdown, 19 yards. So Michigan 4-1 in conference play, now up 21-10.
Yeah, but I note on that graphic that Ron Johnson, the great Gopher receiver, is having a big day. So don't count Minnesota out just yet, and that's prior to the snap.
Ed Wilkins, number 72, the replacement left guard, is the guy who moved.
Gary, a couple of my Marine fans called during halftime to complain, and I know this, I've said it before, you are never an ex-Marine. I apologize to all the Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine, and that's Tom O'Brien's background out of the Naval Academy, and then a Marine, and all I can say to you fellas is I'm glad you're on our side. And O'Brien's done a heck of a job here. 2nd down and 11 now for Miami.
Boston College been using this as a blitz down.
They moved that pocket to the right. Fired. There's the 3rd interception of the game. Threw high and picked off by Josh Ott, the sophomore from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Sometimes you get so smart, you think you can outsmart the other team. You know what you're doing. You say, I've studied everything. I know exactly. Guy comes down and hooks right here. Now watch him throw across his body. When you throw across your body, you put this guy, he's trying to lead him over here, but it takes him right out of it. And there's the pickoff. You make a mistake and the ball travels on you. And man, oh man, too smart for your own good.
Rex Grossman is limbering the old right arm up down there in South Carolina, folks. He's going to take dead aim at that Heisman tonight for Spurrier against tough Lou Holstein. Here's Knight banging up in there for a couple of yards. But we're talking about O'Brien and the suspension of Green. I want to make one point. I know William's probably watching the game somewhere around Boston. And young man, do yourself a favor. Every scout, every general manager, every coach in the National Football League is watching how you handle this situation. Take your medicine. Come on back. I know you're going to go to the NFL next year. No problem there with any running back who leaves school after his junior year because of the exposure to a knee injury. But do yourself a favor and don't let the general managers think you're any kind of a troublemaker. Here's a handoff now to Knight. Knight blows across the 40-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and short.
Boston College.
There's Green, what he did
last week.
No question he is a talent. And there's also no question he broke a rule. Apparently he left campus without permission from the coaches. Went back. He was suspended from the Aloha Bowl. And you know O'Brien treats stars just like everybody else on the team. And that's the way he operates. 3rd down. Back now goes St. Pierre. There's an alley. Can he get the first down? Got it. And still going to the 44-yard line. I'll tell you, Gary, St. Pierre on the move has been a factor against the Miami defense.
2 things are happening right here. Boston College is staying in the game, and they're burning the 3rd quarter going against the wind. They're still in this football game. 4 are coming for Miami, but they leave a hole. Miami's playing man-to-man. When you're playing man-to-man coverage, your defensive lineman can't get pushed by the quarterback. That's their job. They're the one that has to stop that quarterback.
That's a first down for BC across the 45. Did not fake everybody out. And for a loss, that was Jerome McDougal, the junior from Pompano, and he did not buy the play fake.
Neither did DJ Williams. DJ Williams, number 17, who was a fullback a year ago, was reading his keys, and he got that tight end just as that ball was completed. Little
so
misdirection.
They'll now send the nickel back in, and so Williams, the linebacker, comes out to the sideline, and Fitzgerald, who has one of the interceptions today, checks in.
DJ does not play a lot of football because he's the guy that goes out in the nickel packages.
Lively group of cheerleaders here at BC trying to fire them up. Second down for St. Pierre. Interference. No question about it. Edward Reed a little bit too fast on Keith Hemmings.
Reed anticipates the play so well. This time Miami comes with the blitz. Right off the corner came Fitzgerald off the slot. Reed had a man-to-man and just anticipated to throw a bit and got there early. Right at the end of the play, Reed sees the throw, comes across, left hand, did not have confidence. His long arm, when you reach across with your right arm, if you have confidence in batting it down, you don't grab with your left hand, which is what he did.
Inside the 35-yard line, it's first down for St. Pierre and BC. They're going to put it up on first down. He's going to go, and his wide receiver was tripped up. And it could have been an accident. The crowd thought it was interference. DeWalt went down. We'll check it on replay. Buchanan was the defensive back.
That's got to be interference.
Well,
I mean, I don't care
I want to see how he was tripped up.
Well, he tripped over his feet, and Buchanan was on him. Well, thankfully for us, you two argued, we both are right here because we don't have a great shot of it. But let's say it could have gone either. See how he tripped up on Buchanan's place? That could be a touchdown. I don't understand that.
Second down and 10. To the 31-yard line, and Campbell, who's played a fine game, the linebacker from Mount Pleasant. And now it's time for our Pacific Life game summary. And we can see the 3 field goals by Sievers, 38, 24, and 43. All of our scoring in this game. This high-powered offense being kept out of the end zone, and they have self-destructed. 3 interceptions thrown by Dorsey here today, we should point out. Now it's third down for St. Pierre. He'll go shotgun. He's hurt Miami running on third down. Pockets collapsing. Stands tall. Got him. First down. To the 10-yard line. And Sean Ryan, the tight end from Buffalo.
How about Sean Ryan? This guy started in the Aloha Bowl as defensive end last year. He comes out. He's got the linebacker one-on-one. Good protection. Miami only brings 3. St. Pierre has time to throw the ball, and he beats Campbell on the play. Sean Ryan, tight end his freshman year, had to go over to defensive end last year because of the injuries. He started there and now back at tight end.
St. Pierre wants to quiet the crowd in that closed in down there. Knight crosses the 10-yard line. BC can get a first down at about the 1/2 yard line as William Joseph makes a stop. Folks, this place will come alive and rock the rest of the way if BC can finish off this drive. If offensive coordinator Dana Bible has something in his bag of tricks down here to get someone open, and BC can somehow pull to within a pair, this place will rock.
How about the fullback, Camella?
They've used him, and he missed his last one. They set him up in the eye. He's coming out, but they're going over. Touchdown, Boston College. He comes on back to his tight end. Oh, they're alive and rocking in Chestnut Hill. Sean Ryan, who set it up, catches the touchdown pass.
Fullback to the flat, tight end to the corner. Play action pass, the first one you put in. If the defensive back just goes up a second, you got him, you throw it, it's a safe play, catches it, and it's 6 points.
They've gotten that tight end over on the strong safety, James Lewis, and through the fade. So Dana Bible with a terrific play. Camelo was coming underneath, and they had to beware of him. And the tight end gets deep on the pattern. It's a beauty, folks. They were blitzing the corner. Tosses up over to safety. Touchdown, Boston College. We got a dandy Bruin.
How can you provide for the future of the people who depend on you? With the power of Pacific Life. For over 130 years, Pacific Life has improved the lives of millions with investments, annuities, and insurance. Because careful planning today can help them reach their dreams tomorrow. Discover the power of Pacific Life.
Impala. My dad had one of these.
Really? Wow.
I just have some very nice memories from that car.
Did his have the smoke lenses in the front? Rear deck spoiler, 200 horsepower, V6 engine,
16-inch aluminum wheel. Well, I just love that they brought the Impala back.
Whenever you call me, I believe it. Chevy Impala LS. The feeling never fades. You're gonna love it.
This is my car.
Impala. We'll be there.
You're gonna fall in love with the new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. Indulge your craving in a hot, delicious quarter-pound of flame-broiled beef with melted Swiss cheese and 4 strips of crispy bacon, stacked up on 2 slices of grilled sourdough bread. It's for a limited time, so head over to Burger King today and get ready to fall in love.
Now, there's a big old tough hombre out of Buffalo. Sophomore, was a defensive player, as Gary told you, over in the Aloha. 20 yards to set it up, then the touchdown play. And BC closes to within 2 points. Remember now, Miami's had it easy this year. 7 blowouts, even in Tallahassee. This is the first time that anybody has stood up to them and said, we're going to make you play football down the stretch. We're about to see what they're made of. Here comes Johnson. Right return to the 29-yard line.
What a well-designed play right here. The fullback goes out, tight end goes here. Both guys are really #1 for the quarterback. They read the defense. It can go either way. Rump comes off the corner, and look at that throw by St. Pierre. Put it up in the corner. It's really a pretty easy throw to the tight end, because you throw it up there, and if he doesn't get it, no one gets it. Miami, Brent, defensively gambled, sending the corner on.
And you said don't gamble. That was one of your graphics.
Don't need to.
You set it up and said just play him straight. First down from the 30. Portis gets the first call, and BC, and this crowd is rocking. Goodwin makes another stop.
Well, Ken Dorsey has sprayed the ball around to different people, but he's not been good throwing the ball deep. Look at this. Very poor throwing the ball to the corners. He's been able here inside 15 yards. The 2 down the middle were just barely past 15 yards. Ken Dorsey has to air it out. And remember, he's only got 5 minutes left. Who's down?
Big thing. Goodwin's down.
Looks, is it cramping or knee?
I think it might be a cramp. Is he reaching behind it?
Yeah, that's...
He can't afford to go along without the big man from Freeport, New York. Well, let's just hope that's just a cramp down there. Let's take a break. Timeout.
Getting a brad nailer or a finish nailer is easy. It's getting everything else that can be so confounding, like choosing the right air compressor and an air hose that fits, which can depend on your couplings and tape. Plus, you got your hex wrenches, your oil, and don't forget the nails. It can be a big hassle. Unless, of course, you get a Porter Cable Combo Kit. It's everything you need in one box. Just pick one up today at your local Home Depot.
Americans have places to go, things to do, so they go Midas. Alignment, we do that. Air conditioning, we do that. Brakes, we do that. So for total car care by certified technicians, who does it all? Midas, we do that.
We don't make the floor. We make it tougher. We don't make a lot of the products you buy. We make a lot of the products you buy better. BASF.
The champs track down the Titans in their first meeting. Now Tennessee is looking for payback. Ravens, Titans, round 2. Monday Night Football at 9 Eastern on ABC.
All right, folks, we're going to tell you the story of a warrior. Now, here's a good one. He's going to come across. He's going to make the play, a tackle from behind, and a little bit of a scrum on there, and he's a little shaken up. So they bring him off to the side, okay? Now he tried to sneak in during that timeout, but you can't, okay? You got to be out for at least one play. So Keith Levitt, a sophomore, moves in. You will see 98 in a moment. And Dorsey gets great protection. Intercepted again! Boston College, Scott Bradley!
That's number 4, and remember, BC has dropped one right in their stomach. It could have been 5. This was a one-hander. This is the best catch of the game by Bradley right here. Anticipated throw by Dorsey. He's trying to get inside. Here's the linebacker coming outside. Right there. He's the one sticks up his paw and gets it with one hand. What a play. I was told there was a Marine mentality with this football team in Boston, and I'm starting to believe. Inside the 35-yard line, Knight is slammed in the hole, and Dorsey has thrown his 4th interception in this game, and that is the first time in his great career that he has served up 4 INTs. Well, he should join a group of other Miami quarterbacks have done that. I mean, this is not the first guy that's gone through Miami that's had one of these days. All of them have had that day when you're just off a little bit anticipating throws. Still a lot of time, but this Miami defense has only given up 9.2 points a game. They should try to win it themselves. 2nd down and 10 for St. Pierre. Short drop slant, deflected and almost picked off. Vilma gets there. What a game number 51 has had. I think he's the MVP as far as Miami is concerned. Let's check in with Jack Arute.
Brent, when Brian St. Pierre was on the sidelines, he gathered his entire offense, backfield, wide receivers, and linemen. He reminded them that Miami had never been in a battle in a 3rd quarter of a game this year. He looked them all straight in the eye and says, we've got them down, we hold them, and in the 4th quarter, we end it all.
4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And he's got a chance to put him ahead here. Needs a play. And can't get out on time because of William Joseph, the junior from Miami. Remember in the 3rd quarter, 146. 2 losses. They're getting beaten this quarter, but the defense stood up. There's some games, I think if you're a defensive team, you say our quarterback's off, we're going to win this one ourselves. Never easy to be a champion, is it? No,
Never easy to be a champion.
Trying to shoot him inside the 20. They came after McMillan a little bit. There's a penalty flag. There's a penalty flag, perhaps an illegal block in the back.
No, I think it was a halo.
Was it a halo deal?
I think it was a halo.
Here's Buchanan. So it'll go the other way on the halo infraction.
These guys know the rules. They know they're not going to get hit. They just refuse to fair catch nowadays.
Yeah, because you know you're going to bring the guy right on into that zone. Unless you're playing Fresno.
Maybe there's 2 calls on the play.
5-yard kick catch interference on the kicking team. 5 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
See that? What I
if he doesn't fair catch, they should waive the halo.
What they need to do, I think, is tack that on to the return. That would be a little bit help on that rule. You see him; he's within 2 yards. Buchanan returns to the 5. They move it back and march off 5 yards.
Dorsey in Miami. Chance now for the #1 team to prove it. And it's complete to the 35-yard line. Kevin Beard with the reception, an ABC Sports presentation of college football brought to you by Morgan Stanley. Formerly Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. Move your money, get well connected. Chevy, the cars you can depend on, the cars that last, will be there, and Burger King, home of the Whopper.
Well, what a difference. A year ago, Ken Dorsey, 52-6 through 5 touchdown passes. Today, 4 interceptions and counting.
First down, the 35-yard line. They'll run Portis on the toss. Breaks the first tackle, no more than a yard. What about Oklahoma? Let's go to John Saunders. John?
Well, Brent, they get a little bit of a controversial touchdown here. Matt McCoy, the holder, laterals to Tim Duncan. Now watch Duncan dive for the end zone. In for the touchdown, according to the official. But watch it again. Knee is down before the ball gets anywhere near that pylon. But it's a touchdown just the same. Oklahoma 17-10.
I'm assuming it would have been a first down. Next play, Quentin Griffin in, eh? So Dorsey threw behind. Miscommunication with Jason Gathers.
You know what's also popping up in this game is Dorsey is not on the same page with his wide receivers like he was with Santana Moss and Reggie Wayne. Last year, those guys were in sync. You can't lose great players and just keep rolling these guys in. That would be a little bit disrespecting how good of a player Santana Moss was a year ago.
3rd and 8, and the crowd rocking. Noisiest I have ever heard this stadium. Dorsey will throw back to Portis. First down. Big time run by 28.
What would you be saying, Brent, if he'd have got that one picked off? Throwing across his body, gambling. He's already got 4 interceptions. You see guys all over. You're going to see a crossing tight end coming across. But Dorsey buys time, going to his right, and then say, he can't see this. You're going to dump it to the back. You get that one picked off, and we're saying, who's number 2 on this team?
First down. First to midfield now. They stick with Portis. It's up 4 to 5 yards on first down. Rossi the tackle.
Tell you what, else having a great football game. Scott Bradley, number 54. He's the linebacker lined up over Shockey, the tight end, the whole game. He's been manhandling Shockey on the run plays and dropping back into coverage the whole football game. Now he's forced to come out here and play in space.
It is second down, and movement by the lineman. That's going to cost him. Shockey jumped, and let's remind everybody what's coming up next in the big doubleheader. Here you're going to see some outstanding regional games. Penn State, Illinois. Can Penn State keep it going? North Carolina State against Florida State. Kansas State against Nebraska, and out west it's Oregon and UCLA. So you need a little satellite dish or a cable operator to bring you some extra games later today, huh? So it's going to be a second down after the 5-yard penalty.
And only a minute 34 more of wind for Miami.
There's the penalties on the day. Coker under fire here and late in the 3rd quarter for the first time in his coaching career. Second down and 10. Portis tripped up short of the 45-yard line by Bissett.
See, that play without the penalty puts you 3rd and short for a real easy pickup. Now puts you 3rd and minute. Najee Davenport, the fullback this time, does a nice job picking up the linebacker. Started out, played a little tailback, played a little fullback. This time he fits very nicely for a positive play.
Beard, Johnson, and Sands are the receivers. Dorsey needs 6. Gonna run for it. Portis got it. Middle. Great call by Miami. To the 34-yard line, and it was the call. 13 yards for Portis, already over 100 yards and having a big day. And a reminder that at the end of the game, we'll select a Chevrolet player of the game from each team. Chevrolet makes a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund, and Portis is saying, don't count me out of this.
Well, he's got the lead over the quarterback, I know that.
Last 30 seconds. They come right back with the workhorse. That's his 26th carry here today.
Boston College, as we count down the 3rd quarter, the last 20 times they faced a ranked team, they're 0-20. 4th quarter, 9-7 in the game.
the top-ranked team in the nation facing a tough fourth quarter. Back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. We start the fourth quarter. Miami football, 2nd and 6 at the BC 30-yard line, and Jeremy Shockey, the leading receiver, has not caught a pass since the first quarter of this football game. He caught 4 in the opening quarter, and now you would think that he's going to be a preferred target down the stretch. 2nd down. Deflected, and they wanted Shockey that time. And BC would not let him do it as Derek Rossi makes another big play.
Derek Rossi has been lining up when the linebacker isn't over the tight end. He is.
Here is our Chrysler drive summary here as we enter the fourth quarter. 9 plays for 52 yards. But now they face the most important play of the drive. 3rd and 6. Portis has 6 runs of 9+ yards. He's the lone running back. Dorsey to throw for it, incomplete. It's 4th down, and here comes Todd Severs.
I had my eyes, Brent, I had my eyes downfield. Did Dorsey get pressured because he threw the ball way too early on that play? He had Shockey one-on-one, and the ball just got out there way too fast. I didn't see the pressure. The quarterback just not in sync with his passing game today.
Here's the 47-yard. 3 field goals. Now his 4th. Todd Severs makes it a 12-7 game. Miami without a touchdown against Boston College. Timeout. The young man from Ankeny, Iowa, which is hard by Des Moines, Iowa, and just hit his career long, huh? So what a day he has had. 4 field goals. Now he'll kick it off, but into that breeze. So you would think that Burke would get a crack here at a return. Severs has also made a nice tackle on a return. He'll kick away from Burke to Camella. Camella, left return, 40, 45, out to the 47-yard line. Great field position for Brian St. Pierre and Boston College. Todd Severs sticks his helmet in there again. And he's shaking up just a little bit. That man's a football player.
He is.
He's not just a kicker.
He an MVP of Iowa as a high school football player. Player of the year. Camella comes up. He's the fullback trying to kick it away from the deep back. Camella grabs it. And this ain't bad. He's come up there and, oh, he got crunched that time. Severs did. And they need him. He's been their only offense. For a team that's been averaging nearly 44 points a game, they got 4 field goals.
The freshman defensive lineman, number 75, gets ready for Miami. Vince Wilfork, 6'2", 350 pounds. What a promising young defensive lineman he is. First down and 10. They'll run right at him. And Knight steps around, and Reed is forced to come up. But he crosses midfield. An ABC Sports presentation of college football brought to you by Chrysler. Drive equals love. Pacific Life, annuities, insurance, investments. Discover the power of Pacific Life. Budweiser, with a crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer. And Thrifty Rental Car. Great cars, great rates at over 1,200 locations worldwide. Thrifty Rental Car.
Right, you know what I like about Boston College today is they have not beat themselves. We talked to Dana Bible about teams playing against this Miami defense has been having unforced errors. At least the mistakes have been forced by Miami. Nothing dumb for Boston College.
Second down. St. Pierre's got an open man. Great catch. First down, 35-yard line. That was Camella who returned the kickoff for 12 yards. What a snag.
The brother of Greg Camella, Stanford fullback who Dana Bible coached. The fullback slides out. This time, instead of going to the flat, he goes flat and up. A perfect throw from St. Pierre.
Took a whack from Lewis. the strong safety afterwards. BC at the Miami 35-yard line.
Here comes the blitz.
And Knight slashes to the 31-yard line. We check in now with John Saunders on Tennessee. John?
Brent, the Volunteers feel they're still in the hunt and facing Memphis today. Casey Clausen, look at the protection. Stands back there and throws a strike. But is that a touchdown? Jason Witten, it looked like the lead foot was down before the trailing one. Nonetheless, they give them the touchdown, 7-0.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. That one didn't look too good from that angle, did it? All right, second down. Here's Boston College now, driving on number 1. Come back with the run and developed a little slowly and nothing doing on this play. So it'll be third down and long as DJ Williams, the linebacker, moves up to make the stop.
Vince Woolfolk, who you talked about as being such a big timer, watch him take on 3 players this time. The guard in the center throws him off, then takes on the backside tackle. You're not going to gain any when your tackle takes on 3 guys. Holy cow.
Oh, he's a monster. And a future monster, I might add. We're talking freshman here, folks, at 350. We're talking to Washington in college football. Third down. St. Pierre, pocket underneath. He's got Knight wide open inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. A great play. And St. Pierre showing courage. Waits, and it's a 16-yard gain by Derek Knight.
Beautifully designed play this time. Exactly what's going to happen is you're going to run off, and then put your back through to the outside. This is as good as you can do. When you design it as an offensive coordinator, give this one to Dana Bible. That's a well-designed play, and that got the defense. That's a gotcha.
At the 15-yard line, a first down for BC. Comes Knight again. A couple of yards at the most, and tonight on ESPN, a good one. 7:45 Eastern. And BCS implications here, folks. Florida's got a tough stretch ahead. They'll start tonight against the Gamecocks of South Carolina in Columbia. What a scene that'll be. That place will be alive.
One of the nice things about the BCS is everybody's in the same league. And right now, everyone's rooting against Miami.
Oh, are they? They're standing up cheering for Boston College to stick it in now. Second down and 8.
What's this guy here for? Is he coming? Right backside.
Here's Knight again. Clips up. Now breaks it across the 10-yard line. Short of the first down by about 3 to 4 yards. Vilma there again. And here comes another Dana Bible special.
Right.
Again, if he needs a play.
Camella's in the game, their best receiving fullback. There you look, 3rd and 5 or less. They've only done it 5 times in this game where they can run or pass. Bible has one right here, run or pass. He's got his receiving fullback in the game.
Needs 3 yards. Play fake fumble. St. Pierre's got it on the run, and he's down at the 11, but he bobbled the ball. And McDougal in on the stop. So here's a 4th down decision. And Gary, with 10 minutes to go, got to kick the field goal.
You got to kick it. You got the wind behind you. You make this a 1-possession game. If you kick it, it's 12-10. You've got the win. I think St. Pierre knew he had Camella early, and he just hurried it and dropped the ball on that play fake.
Now McMyler. St. Pierre is his holder. 4th and 5. 28-yard attempt. Big one for McMyler. No good. McMyler misfires.
First unforced error of the game for Boston College. You can't make those things. Here's the last play. Brian St. Pierre had a play-action pass, comes back. Does he hit? Yes, he hit Knight with the ball as he faked it to him. That happens. You got to stomach that ball in those fakes.
We'll take a timeout. Miami football.
Then I had to taste the new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King.
Now I'm a believer.
With grilled sourdough bread.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
A 1/4 pound of flame-broiled beef, 2 slices of melted Swiss cheese, 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King. Shrek, the biggest movie of the year. Now available wherever videos are sold.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you.
Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, I hope you didn't put all those on the credit card.
Yeah, why?
Do you know what those interest charges are going to do to us?
Don't worry. I used our new Capital One No Hassle card.
Fed up with exploding credit card rates?
To the neighbors!
With Capital One's new No Hassle Platinum card, you get one low fixed rate and none of the hassle.
Gotta tell Steve and Laura about Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
9:43 to go, Miami football, and Portis becomes the man under the gun. He's already carried 26 times here today. And you know, into this breeze, they'll be trying to take some time off the clock. They line him up in the eye. They've got Davenport in front of him. Here he comes. Nothing doing.
Clinton Portis has been the offense. You got a struggling quarterback. You have to run the ball. That big offensive line rated the best in the country, and now this running back has to come through. Miami needs a drive, and they need to do it on the ground. Miami could, excuse me, Brent, Miami could throw to their fullback, too. He's got great hands.
They send him out. Dorsey doesn't look for him. Wants Portis instead. Short of the first down, so here comes a 3rd down for Miami. Huge play both sides. BC wants the ball back. They would improve their field position if they can hold on this 3rd down. Dorsey and Miami and Coker want to keep it going and bring time off the clock. So here we come. It's a 3rd and 2. They can run Portis. He's already gained 125 yards, so they can hit fast with a fullback. They'll line up Portis as a 1-back and go 3 wide. Linebacker creeps up, backs back out. They're going to throw for it. No, they didn't get it. Didn't get it. 3 and out.
He threw the ball early again. He's really not staying patient with the passing game. Sometime again, you get a quarterback trying to anticipate too much. Watch, the ball is coming out here. He throws the ball before the receivers is ready. He turns around and just can't handle it. It's on him too fast.
Freddie Capshaw, the punter. DeWalt, the return man, going to let this one go, not going to take a risk. And it's down at about the 29-yard line with 8:15 to go. Number 1, under the gun. Timeout.
When you put passion into everything you build, it's hard to just let go.
It's okay. We're all going to good homes.
Your search for the right financial partner brings you to the Pacific Life family of companies, managing more than $300 billion in assets. Discover the power of Pacific Life.
great car at a great rate. Call or click Thrifty.
Penn State faces Illinois. Further regional action next on ABC.
Arch rivals for BC, Notre Dame, and they've already beaten the Fighting Irishmen here, and now they're playing the Canes of Miami, top-ranked team in the polls. 8:15 to go. Boston College football trailing it 12-7. BC, in case you've just joined us, has not given up a touchdown in this game. 4 field goals for Miami. High formation. Play fake, and St. Pierre getting great protection. Can't get anybody open, so he takes off. Beats Vilma and steps out of bounds.
Well, that showed it there, didn't it? We talked to everyone connected about how Brian St. Pierre is a great athlete. Boy, did he do a nice job of beating Vilma on this one, didn't he, Brent?
Yes, he did.
Play action pass. Wanted to go Camella coming out of the backfield on the out and up again. Campbell does a nice job of anticipating him, but watch the footwork of St. Pierre. Boy, that's a good athlete. Vilma, he just beat up there in the little box. And Camella, hello, I'm still here because I didn't catch it. Doesn't mean I can't block it.
Second and less than a yard. Knight, first down, Boston College. All they needed. Well, here's your Monday nighter in the AFC, the defending Super Bowl champion Ravens against the Titans. And I wonder if the Ravens wish they'd hung on to Trent Dilfer.
Brent, remember what Dana Coyne, coordinator for Boston College, told us? Hard to drive the ball the length of the field on Miami. We saw trick plays. Does Boston College have a flea flicker or some kind of trick play to get a cheap touchdown in this game?
They'll have to make it work fast because the Canes don't give you a lot of time. 4-3 Miami D. Knight, there's Vilma coming back with a big play. And let's get an Oklahoma update from John Saunders. John?
Well, Nate Hibble's been very tough in this game, and he'll take a big hit going into the end zone here. Back to pass. There's nothing there. So he spots an opening. Watch the dive. And he was slow getting up. Touchdown is good. And 24-10, Oklahoma on top.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a gun, John. He's had a hard season, man. We were there when Kansas State really beat up on him, too. Second down and 10. Here's Knight again. And Knight has now carried 26 times for 72 yards. Joseph with the stop for the Canes.
Nice job by Knight coming up, kicking it in there. Williams not here. Knight has not made a mistake. Not dropped the ball, caught the ball in pass. Remember, he caught that slant behind him, caught that little trick play a little earlier. He has come through for Tom O'Brien in this football game.
Now BC needs a play here. 7 yards to keep this going. Blitz incomplete. St. Pierre read it, and he wanted DeWalt to get that football.
DeWalt didn't read the blitz. He should have saw it, should have looked early that time. He's going to hear it from the coach when he gets to the sideline. The quarterback did his job. It's coming. He's got to look quickly. As the quarterback reads it, he's going to dump it off right underneath. Here it is. You can go all the way. Just look for the ball. A good throw there is a huge play.
High snap. McMillan gets it off. Buchanan. And is that another halo violation? The yellow flag is down. And Buchanan out of bounds. And now a second flag flying on the sideline. And that could be a personal foul over here.
I thought that personal foul was against Miami at the end.
Well, let's let them sort it out here.
I think it might have been Kellen Winslow, the freshman.
Looking a little concerned over there. picking that one up.
So one of them didn't. Now let's take a look at the next one. Who's this next one out?
Dead ball personal foul against Miami. You had it right, Gary.
It was Kellen Winslow Jr. who pushed, and I'll tell you, the Miami players jumped all over him after this play as it was behind the whistle and late. This is the first one. They pick it up here.
Yeah,
that was very close, and I think that's a good pickup.
Oh, wow, but this is a bad personal
And there's
foul.
the hit right there at the end of that play. The whistle is clearly over, and that was a cheapie. And look where the ball is now.
And now Miami backed up to the 12-yard line. 6:09 remaining. Timeout.
Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies. I left them cheese.
Ah, the power of cheese.
On June 6, 1944, American and Allied forces landed on Normandy beaches in the name of freedom and liberty. This fall, Jeep joins HBO in honoring all the men and women who served in the Second World War. HBO presents Band of Brothers.
A huge series for the Hurricanes. Backed up to the 12. First down. Portis, the workhorse, carried 27 times here today. Lined up behind Davenport. Here's number 28, trips for 3. Take a look at the BCS standings now. Nebraska solidly #1. Remember, the lowest total leads it. Solid lead on Miami. Oklahoma pulls ahead. Miami must win this game to stay in pursuit of the Rose Bowl and the national championship. There's no other way to put it. Heat's on Coker and the Canes. 5:43 now. Long handoff. Portis is cut off. Slashes back. Down he'll go with Churchu. The junior from Paramus ripping him down.
Nice job. You're trying to beat Boston College at what they do best now. Stop the run. You're going 2 tight ends. It's turned back inside. Look at those BC Maroon jerseys. They're everywhere. And Churchu, the transfer from Clemson, he was a fullback at Clemson. He's a middle linebacker today.
This place is rocking, folks. It's 3rd and 12. And they're going to run for it. Portis keeps going for the first down. One of the biggest runs of the year for Miami. Portis on 3rd and 12 picks up the first down.
You talked about Jeremy Shockey not getting any balls, but he does a good job blocking on this one. They're going to go right to the tight end. Watch him hook, and then the lineman pull around. Churchu, number 40, can't get there. Shockey gets his block at the end. Churchu can't get there. Portis, what a wonderful run by Clinton Portis.
So now Miami on a first down. Here comes Portis again. Knocked out of bounds at the 30, but he picks up 7 more yards after the 14-yard run. And we check in with Jack Arute.
Well, Brent, the fact that the Miami Hurricanes continue to streak it out and make a first down now and again is the specific information that Frank Spaziani talked to to his BC defense. He said, look, fellas, every once in a while, don't get so worked up that you hold them and it becomes a 3 and out. He said, every once in a while, they're going to make a couple of first downs. You got to tighten your belt when you get closer to the 50-yard line.
2nd down and 2. Portis again for a first down. Coming up next, of course, the second game of our doubleheader: Penn State, Illinois, North Carolina State, Florida State. You've also got Kansas State, Nebraska, Oregon, UCLA, all next on ABC. You cannot say enough about Clinton Portis, ladies and gentlemen. 32, count them, 32 carries against a tough BC front for 149 yards.
Absolutely. That time he followed his fullback, Najee Davenport, who got around the corner. Miami is running to the right in this drive.
He is saving the Canes. Now Dorsey, incomplete.
Bad footwork again by Dorsey. Not setting his feet. He had Davenport, he had Shockey both, and he threw it off balance. He's had a rough day.
I wouldn't be surprised if the media down in South Florida doesn't say this is the poorest game of Dorsey's career as a starter. I don't remember, and I only watched Washington on TV, but I don't remember him playing overall that poorly out in Seattle. 2nd down and 10.
Double tight end at the bottom of the screen.
They show blitz. Blitz the win. And they hold Portis short of the 40-yard line. Churchu making the stop, and Boston College decided to blitz the run that time. Coker working on the clock. Timeout. Boston College. And if time permits, stay tuned for the Thrifty Car Rental post-game report featuring scores and highlights from across the country. So Boston College uses its first timeout this half at the 3:49 mark. We'll take a break. Miami trying to hang on. Timeout.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to go bald.
Yeah, well, that happens to the best of us.
Now at Sears Auto Center, our best-selling Michelin tires are on sale. Sears, where else?
Here in Italy, there's a place where the chicken marsala is so good you never forget it. And now Chef Neri has taught our Olive Garden chefs the secrets of her recipe so they can make it for you tonight. Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
3:49, 12-7. Here's your 3rd and 7, and BC use the timeout. They've got to talk about this play. Will they risk Dorsey putting it up again? He's had 4 interceptions, 2 in each half. He's only 4 of 13 this half. So here's your 3rd down. He lines up in the gun to wing it. First down. So Dorsey comes through, sands the receiver, the junior from Carroll City, Florida. 3:42 to go, and Miami again moving that clock.
I love the call by Miami. You know, you got a quarterback that's struggling, but he's still your quarterback. You can't win with 10 guys playing against 11 guys. If the play calls for a pass, he's your guy. Call it.
First and 10 across midfield. And here's the reach to Portis. To the 45-yard line in our Pacific Life game summary. One snap BC would love to have back. St. Pierre collides with his running back, bobbles the ball, and Miami downs him, and then they missed field goal, which would loom big if BC can ever get the ball back and be driving down the field. As it now stands, they've got to have a touchdown. But first of all, they've got to get the football back from Miami.
What a great drive, and the key play of that drive was Portis' run on third down. He ran through Churchill.
Absolutely. 34 carries. Second down. Play fake Dorsey. Incomplete. Rolling to hit Robert Williams, the second tight end, along with Jeremy Shockey.
Frank Spanziani right now is forcing Miami to throw the ball. He's put 9 men at the line of scrimmage. There's the defensive coordinator for Boston College. I like the call, and I thought Dorsey did a nice job on that one, just getting rid of it, because he had someone in his face and no one open.
They have got to try to get the ball to Shockey on this third down. I don't know if they can get away with Portis again. Needs 7 yards. Dorsey from the gun. Pocket collapsing high. First down.
What a play.
First down. And it was Ethnic Sands again.
Ethnic Sands, who was a quarterback, now he's a wide receiver. That's the best play for Dorsey all day. He wanted to go to Shockey. Shockey's coming across. Sands is going the other way. It's a little bit of a cross pick. Wants to go to Shockey. He's not there. So he last second throws across his body. Sands catches it. 2 big third down completions by the quarterback on this drive.
First down at the Boston College 37-yard line. Portis nowhere with his 35th carry because of Josh Ott. So it's Miami and Boston College. BC without its best running back, who was suspended. Miami favored by 20, leading at 12-7 as Ken Dorsey has thrown 4 interceptions. Yet on this, perhaps the most important drive of the day, he has come up with a couple of huge completions, and Portis, the ringleader, with 156 yards.
I always judge a quarterback on how he plays when he's having a bad day. And those last 2 throws he made under pressure really shows you what he's made of. That's where that intensity comes through. Anybody can throw when they're having the good day. It's when you've had 4 interceptions, you're feeling crummy, you can't plant your feet, you're just not in sync, and you make those first down throws. That's why that guy's a winner.
Well, the U.S. national soccer team is qualified for the 2002 World Cup in Asia. Now they look to continue their winning ways against Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow at 2 Eastern, right here on ABC. Second down and 13. .230 to go. Miami inside the BC 40-yard line. Timeout. Dorsey took a look at the D. Now here is Miami's remaining schedule. And remember what Dorsey himself said this week. Everybody wants a tournament. Well, ours starts with this game against Boston College, and they don't have any margin of error. They must win out against 4 good teams: Syracuse, Washington, and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is on the road. Washington will be a night game. And the skyline of Boston there in the background. BC has not beaten Miami since the famous Flutie Magic game back in 1984. And a peek at the Miami schedule the rest of the way against winning teams. Now, a lot of people will say, what about the BCS if Miami just hangs on like this and throws 4 interceptions without a touchdown? Well, it will depend on the human polls. Remember, Miami is #1 with the writers and the coaches. That's given them a solid average of 1 point. Low team wins, remember. Will they stay #1 with the writers and the coaches? That will be the big question to be answered. 2:30 to go. And here's Portis again. Cut back. What a tough runner he is to the 31-yard line. And 36 carries for 160 yards. And unfortunately for Miami, limping off after that 36 carry over to the sideline. And he's been their savior here today. So Boston College using another timeout, and hopefully that's a cramp. Let's announce our Chevrolet players of the game, and in recognition of their effort, Chevrolet makes a $1,000 contribution to each University General Scholarship Fund. No surprise about Clinton Portis, 36 carries, 160 yards, and Gary, I know you have to be pleased with Brian St. Pierre's performance.
We talked about it in the open. He had to come through in this game. The coaching staff and this team feels that he's at least the second best quarterback in this league. And truth be known, they kind of whisper if he had the same weapons as Dorsey, he might be just as good as Dorsey. Today he's proven that he's a great athlete, and his intensity has come through to his football team today.
Well, remember, this drive started on the 12, and it has featured 2 huge completions. Miami has thrown 4 times, and these are 2 big-time completions.
Yeah.
Ethnic Sands becoming the go-to guy, and now the 14th play of this drive coming up. 2:19 to go, and here it is, 3rd and 5. BC needs a stop. The backup doesn't get it. Fumble! They battle for the football. BC thinks they've got it as Frank Gore was on the field. Tug of war going on. We'll let the officials sort it out.
Very questionable.
BC!
Very questionable call, giving it to a true freshman at this time. Comes into the game cold and handed to the freshman back at Boston College. Now needs a touchdown to win.
Ralph Parent, the junior safety from Brookline, recovers the fumble. Ball jarred loose in the middle, right on top of the pile.
I really think Gore made a mistake. He did not stay with the hole. He could have stayed wide and got the first down. You just got to wonder. I put Davenport at tailback before I handed it to a freshman.
I think Rossi made the jarrings. He jarred the ball loose. And now, St. Pierre and Boston College. Knight to the 36-yard line on first down. There's plenty of time, folks. Plenty of time, and I'll tell you why. In the college game, you stop that clock on a first down. It is a huge difference between college and NFL. St. Pierre got Knight underneath. Out of bounds, stops the clock at midfield. And Derek Knight, let's not overlook the performance by Knight here today. 26 rushes for 72, 14 more yards. He's the leading rusher and receiver for BC.
Same play, lines up left, but goes across. Vilma right here does not handle it. Gets lost right there. Comes through and runs the opposite way. A little bit of a pro play that Dana Bible has put in. That huge missed field goal is looming now. Boston College has to put it in the end zone.
On first down from midfield. Under pressure. St. Pierre, and down in the heap is one of his own linemen, couldn't get out of the way, and then Walters.
Chris Campbell put the pressure on that time, blitzing already. Randy Shannon, who does not like the blitz, came with the blitz. Defensive coordinator for Miami called it.
Second down. St. Pierre. Middle's open. Got Burke. Foot race. 31-yard line. Clock stops. Jamal Burke from Brockton. 18 yards.
Fitzgerald, number 27, was peeking into the backfield. I don't know what he was looking at. He had man-to-man coverage, and he didn't stay with his man. Huge mistake by Fitzgerald.
They get Hemmings in, and along with Reed, they get Burke out, who's shaken up. It's first down. It's 107. It's St. Pierre. Pocket. End zone. DeWalt. No, he threw it out of bounds. So now Brian checking that clock. We've got 1 minute left.
We always talk about on the end of the game how people make mistakes. Watch Fitzgerald on the play before. He starts out, lines up, and then he looks inside. Lets this guy go. What are you doing? Defense has the pressure in the final 2 minutes. The quarterback deals with it the whole game. Now the defensive backs say, if I make a mistake, I could be the GOAT here.
Second down and 10. St. Pierre under center. Ball at the Canes 31-yard line. St. Pierre. And a jarring hit by Fitzgerald. And DeWalt could not hang on. It will be your third down coming up.
Miami comes with the blitz again, and this time Fitzgerald says, you know what, I'm going to stay with my guy the whole way this time. Not get nosy and try to make a tackle on a draw play. There's not going to be any more draw plays in this game. It's all passing.
Third down and 10. St. Pierre, pump fake, tries to get somebody. Diving catch low. Incomplete, but it stops the clock, and we now come down to fourth down.
Tremendous coverage by Rumph that time. He makes a play that'll never show up in the stats. He jumps in front of Hemmings that time. Hemmings gives up on his route, and St. Pierre had to throw the ball away.
He went to the pump fake, and Rumph saw it all the way.
Yep.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth down. BC can still get a first down inside the 20. A 10-yard gain will give them a fresh set of downs. 49 ticks of the clock. 10's the important number. DeWalt's got it inside the 10. Holy cow! It's first and goal from the 9-yard line. 43 seconds to go. 21 yards. DeWalt makes a beautiful catch.
Beautiful catch. How about that throw? That was coverage. Decent coverage, and that ball was put in the only spot it could go.
No timeouts. Clock starts to run again. 3 wide for St. Pierre. Back slant. Intercepted on a ricochet. Intercepted by Matt Walters on the ricochet. Lateraled it off to Edward Reed. And Reed will dash into the end zone. Oh, what a turn of events as Miami on a ricochet. Folks, you won't believe it. On the interception, Miami is saved. The slant was ricocheted to the defensive lineman, and then the lateral as Mike Rumph comes up big again.
Rumph made the play on the initial ricochet. He cut inside the slant, and that was what made the ricochet. Watch Rumph right here, cut inside the player. He reads the slant, cuts inside, makes the play, it pops up, it's intercepted inside by, was it Walters?
Walters
yes.
has the pick.
And Big Reed says, give me that ball, I'm the playmaker around here. And he goes the whole way.
A classic and a heartbreak for Boston College.
I thought the strategy was good by Boston College not to ground the ball. A lot of times you can catch a defense sleeping when they think you're going to ground it. Rumph gets inside, doesn't make the catch, but he beat the receiver to the spot, and that won the game. 2 huge plays by Rumph towards the end of this game.
If Miami makes it to the Rose Bowl, and Coach O'Brien can't do a thing about it as Reed goes downfield. St. Pierre played his heart out here today, and after the celebration there'll be a long extra point attempt. Looks like about a 50-yarder down there. Miami to keep that long winning streak ahead. Misses the extra point, but who's counting? But folks, if Miami makes it, if they make it all the way, that's the play that they'll open the Rose Bowl with. Boston College driving for the touchdown, and the young man who caught the ricochet and then had it stolen by his own teammate Reed, who went the distance for a touchdown. You can't ask for a more dramatic play than this one right here.
How about the throw before the last play? St. Pierre, this strike, what a throw right there inside that set up that last play. Boston College hustles up, tries to throw the slant, and doesn't get it. The 4th down pass right here. Great coverage, a beautiful throw, and that sets up everything towards the end.
Now the play that meant everything. This one. Rumph keeps it alive. Walters off the ricochet, and watch Reed. Give me the pigskin, fella. And their ringleader on defense takes it in for a touchdown. The crowd is stunned.
You know, the crowd gave him a nice hand, though. Gave Boston College a nice hand on that play. Absolutely.
And they should give Miami a nice hand, too. Both these teams played hard here today.
And you know what? On 4th down, field goal wins this game. They had a chip shot to make it 12-10. Miss it, and that would have meant Boston College had a chip shot to win it.
Unless, of course, Miami receives the kickoff and runs it in for a touchdown. There would have still been time on the clock. Low kickoff is going to be fielded at 15-yard line by Camilla. And the Canes survive against Boston College.
And most championship teams have one of those games. Last year, Oklahoma had it against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State came down right at the end. They had to have that.
I thought the game between Oklahoma and Texas A&M was just as dramatic.
There were 2 of them last year they had. That's right. Remember the last one, that fade pass that Derek Strait knocked down that play, and then they came back and beat Texas A&M there. So this is not unusual, having one of these games that you have to survive.
But what a play to survive on. I mean, that play will live as long as the Flutie play. With Boston College going in.
You get any residuals this time?
Possible upset.
You get any residuals this time? You change your contract?
So it is Heartbreak Hotel and the survival game for Coker and Miami. 18-7. That is our final score. Miami stays unbeaten, but they had to do it the hard way, folks. And ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Thrifty Car Rental postgame report after this from our ABC station. So long, everybody.